Estier has in store for us right now. On the other hand, though, for the time being, G9 only 2 players to watch on the A side.
Yes, and this is interesting because usually you'd want to have an aggressive push over towards A, but I think this is more on testing the waters. So we see Meow here trying to be aggressive as well in towards Grand area. Tested some flashes here. PNY going to go for a little bit of safety and in towards the fence here, but Meow will be taking the first blood after the grenade with the right click. Beautifully done by Britzy. PNY here just waiting for these utilities to run out. Could go for the backdoor shot here in towards A site, but now they maybe secure it. Oh, nice right click from Britzy.
That's a classic. That's a classic right there. With their own frenzy as well, just trying to do a little bit of damage, soften up the defenses. But for now, this is not going to be an easy fight at all ahead of the G9 girls. I mean, you're looking at 4 more players that you have to take out before you even get onto site. But Casper, just blind shots with the ghost past the smokes, will actually be able to find a stray player. Muck, though, still able to fire a couple more shots, does a little bit of damage. But I don't know about you. 20 seconds remaining at this point, and it's looking pretty much impossible. It's 2 angles that she's got to look out for. Does isolate the one, but Muffin Loop with the headshot will be able to take her down. So Asteria wins the pistol.
That's actually pretty good coming in from them. It wasn't as aggressive as you think it is, but the fact that they were able to secure the site in a manner wherein they were able to shove away PNY and of course Moves as well. The fact that they were able to do that, it kind of
T16, bro. How can it be T16, bro?
So if they were to do this,
it's FSLGC, bro. It's a girls only tournament. Where did T16 come?
That they might need to stack A here to say the least, or maybe go for the retake instead.
Overexposed video.
I would love to see that because the way that they're playing right now,
what is overexposed?
It's a very standard setup, right? And if we're talking about Valorant as a numbers game, they probably should lose this, but PNY with the paint shells actually pick up one. That's fairly interesting to say the least, but still, the firepower will prevail as Muffin Loop pushes up forward.
They are going to go for the flanking capabilities here, but take note, it's a 3 versus 4 fight. So they
nice composition there, the Steelseries playing.
Post-pump positions come
Chaos, Sky, Raze, Astra, Viper.
Ready to go. So that Britzy getting down 1. Pitchy for the trade. It's a 2 versus 3. Sky here, Muffin Loop is in a good position in towards A main. So any peek that can come from, we have better weapons.
Green is too bright. What should I do about it?
With the help of Peachy, just jiggle peeking in the process, but that's
what can I do, bro?
So Peachy has to be very careful when trying to enter here. I just hope they don't go in a manner where they may be in collateral, but right now that's going to be Stray with the 1 and Casper for the other, and that's the second round coming in from Asteria.
Good attempt, I guess. You know, they were trying to use that the
what should I do? What should I do? Tell.
But at the same time, like you said, right, the whole thing about lining up for your opponents, you don't want to give them a collateral shot. So they were definitely, you know, kind of hesitating a little bit, and I think that's one of the things that really bit them in the
stream itself is like that only, bro.
It's a pretty standard start, right? 2-0, you win the pistol, you win the second round as well. But here is where things get interesting. Right now, G9 with the full buys, they desperately need this round to secure a strong lead at the start of this very first game.
Loving how Asteria decides to basically split up. Maybe the plan here is to just create some noise towards A, because basically they're making wonders in towards A side. So this could be a diversion play that can come from them. But look at this lineup coming from the smokes. That was just well played by Stray, if I'm not mistaken. And right now, PNY here uses the paint shells to basically try and, you know, deny entry from the ramps. But with this wall, this is interesting, because look at the other side of the map, though. They're making their way towards
the screen is brighter.
So the diversion play is,
I don't understand what to do.
Side of Asteria. Look, once they plant, they will be going on.
I don't understand. Wait, what should I do right now?
There you go. There it is.
Okay, but here it comes. This is the mission, right? Because now Mission Impossible pretty much done. They got the spike down, but the rest of the squad has to rendezvous with them on the B side itself. And with their current weaponry, it's not the easiest thing, because Pitchy and PNY, they're going in hot. They managed to take the 2 players down, and it's going to be a retake game at this point. Let's see what they can do from heaven. They've got nothing but Spectres. They're trying to dump all their utility onto site. They managed to stop the plant for a little bit longer, but at the very end of it, Shreu, she's the only one left.
How is it better
Again,
I
with
changed on
Spectre,
setting?
trying to stop it with her snake bites, but it's just a little bit off the edge. She
I think it's
manages to
better
take
now,
one
no?
down
I
with
changed the
her,
setting, yeah.
but that's gonna be
Sorry,
it for
guys.
now.
Really sorry.
1-2. This is the standard start that we were looking for, but man,
Check the display capture.
Haji,
Oh, bro,
Seiya,
fuck, what's up?
this is damage done.
Display
take a
capture.
look
There was
at,
no display
G9's
capture. Now
economy.
I changed the
Yes,
display capture
indeed.
thing
And
only.
of
Sorry,
course,
really sorry who was
they
watching.
really
Sorry,
can't
sorry. I
afford
put you
at
through
this
that.
point to go for
Sorry,
the
guys.
rifles
Please enjoy this
because
stuff.
yeah, you did say damage was done, and Peachy's forced to only have half armor with the judge as well. But I'm not really fond of Judge, especially in the hands of Sage, because basically if you are
Okay, the
Sage,
last one round are
usually
they?
you'd be in the
Dekha
back lines and waiting for potential retakes. So Judge weapons for me may work for the duelists and for the secondary ones, but right now we are gonna get back in here. So a little bit of change of plans coming in from Asteria, trying to capitalize on the B site. Flashes in for
lineups,
KOP, and
what
I
lineups?
love it though.
Official watch
Yeah,
party.
G9
I've got
is
permission, bro.
being passive here. They're not being too
Bro,
reactive
thank you,
to
man.
these utilities. Muffin Loop takes a peek, but
Oh!
Peachy corrects me down. Proves me wrong as she takes down a Muffin Loop in the process.
You get slammed by the judge's
Mhm.
hammer. There we go.
Uh-huh.
This is, like you said, right? Passive plays. They know that
What
maybe they don't have the best weaponry, so they're gonna hold back a little bit, play it safe, play it passive. Let them walk into your crosshairs, and that's
Don't
exactly
Shreya.
what they're hoping for right now. She spots the barrel, gets the second kill in the round.
This judge is such an
Oh my
annoying gun, bro.
god, G9, they're absolutely on a roll. And at this point, Asir's going to have to go with a full-on execute and pray for it to work out.
Nice
It
kill,
does
let me
work
out.
out for the time being, though. A little bit of a
Yo,
sneak
और
peek
एक
from
kill लिया
Devin
तो
as
अच्छा
well, but
लगेगा.
she doesn't
Nice.
expect
2v2.
something from the back, and that's coming from Mail Room. They managed to get control over B-side itself up around the pillars, but will they be able to stop the aggression coming in from PNY?
Oh, yes, indeed, says
That's
Britsky
right.
with that 2K coming in, taking down Moves and the Raze as well, PNY. But right now, Peachy tries to go for the defuse, and that's half, and manages to actually even out the odds, which is really great. Passive plays are working for G9 here, and they kind of found a way, at least for the
Shotgun
first
and
four
guys,
rounds,
bro. So
identify
irritating.
that, okay, we don't need to basically be as aggressive as Asteria is putting out right now. So the retakes for them is really remarkable right now. So for Asteria, they did have a very good start, to be fair. So they still have more options to win this out. But right now they are gonna go for some sheriffs, half armors. Casper and Britzy not gonna have any armor here, which is a very nice call because you would want better weaponry onto the next round.
It's not too bad. In fact, it's something that I think Astir weren't quite expecting. I mean, look at all these wall placements. Normally, you would expect the Sage to be somewhere up around mid.
They
But in
rotate so
fact,
fast, bro.
she's playing up around A, walling off ramps.
Look at that,
walling
bro. That was
off
one
the top of
sound.
heaven
This
as
guy,
well.
this B, he left it
It's
for a
just
few. He
question
left it
marks
for a
in
few seconds and
Astir's
came back.
mind. They're
That's it.
not quite
It
sure.
can be very
This
fatal,
is
bro.
not
Those few
something
seconds can
that
be very
we
fatal.
normally see in a game, but for now, they're still banking on this.
Look at this. If he can actually get timed. She can actually get timed, bro. Whoever's leaving B, because he has no info on it.
Passiveness, double kill with the
Oh.
spray down from PNY. That turns into
Because she has a lot of chances of getting timed
Beautiful
on.
spray
This is an
transfer,
only
as
girls
mentioned
tournament, yeah, bro.
from PNY
Joined
here.
VA Days
We're
Plus, yes,
starting
I've
to
joined
see
VA
it
Days Plus as
popping
content
off
creator.
right now, and which is really great because this all the more works well for G9. And right now, again, the passive plays is really working. Oh, but PNI with the 4K with that paint shells, cornered out in the process. Betray here will deny the ace here, and Peachy and Muck just went going into the back. Was spotted out. Peachy waits for the
nice
peek,
shot,
takes
Shreya.
another one, gets a gun.
Nice,
Get
Shreya.
a third for Shrey. Can this be a potential clutch? I don't want to jinx it, but goes in toward the ramp right now. And
Take
let's
this corner,
see,
you already
have to
died
check
from
your
your
corners
ones.
here.
Take
Don't
this
want to create
ones.
the same mistake into the peak, but look at this
Nice try,
Sherry
dude.
with
Insane,
that
dude. This female
patience,
is
able to
insane.
deny Shrey from getting that clutch.
We want to
I
throw
feel
her
like that
there.
was the same thing that we saw in the previous round against Peachy Shreu. Girl, you gonna be doing me like that, girl? You toying with my heart. PNY almost getting the ace, and then she gets
The
denied,
bitrate of
and then
their admin stream is low.
almost getting an ace clutch of her own,
Yeah.
but then getting shut down as well. What is this game? It's only the 5th round, moving on to the 6th now, but these teams are really heating things up.
Definitely. Really close fight, I'd say, at least for both sides of the team. So Peachy here is going to be suppressed, to say the least, for a few amount of seconds. They are trying to make some noise in towards B side. So maybe the gameplay here is that they may want to spend the utilities that is going to come from G9 so that they may have a better control over the map. But right now, Trailblazer will be denying any more information that will happen. Slow orbs as well, because you would want that delay entry to come in so that the other members can go for the flank, in which we are seeing the Killjoy is already on their
Nice, Albusi. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit, boy. Girls, so yo, just guys, whenever I say he or guy, I don't mean them. I don't mean their gender. Please don't misunderstand me, please. Thanks.
This is post plant already, so they have the option to not. But that suppress was denied. But Trey may have an idea to where she's at. Uses the toxin, moves forward, but will be getting luck in the process.
You see it on the screen
comes
right
there,
there. That basically says it all. I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth as well, Zaya. It's a flawless execute.
Oh, bro, Richie is playing amazing, dude.
Really
very important kills, bro.
I don't know if they rehearsed or practiced this, but it certainly looks like something that they've got in their books, and they were just waiting for the perfect moment to pull it out, because it's like you said, all the
actually Richie is playing amazing, bro.
Coming in from garage,
not even kidding, bro.
That huge,
bro, those are
AOE,
two very important kills coming in from this one. That one flash which made Sage go out of position was really good. This is where the communication plays a vital role in it. Do you understand?
Behind the pillars, weren't expecting someone to come up from heaven as well.
Pulling them in.
So coming into this round now, they have to be a lot more careful. They're suspecting a lot of different plays from Asteria, which is why they're getting a little bit inquisitive. But I don't know if that's the right call. In fact, losing a little bit of presence up towards A right now might just be the call for Asteria's players to push past ramps and in towards B heaven, where a lot of damage has gone through. Sherry KX will be able to secure herself an upgraded weapon.
Indeed, and look at this. Movies trying his best to go for the Jiggle Peak and that spray to potentially, you know, just injure out some damage. That was one, but not going to be another as Casper goes for the shutdown. This is a 2v1 situation, so Muck is gonna try his best to go in.
All about timing between Shreya.
Oh, Shreya, you have to be careful with your angle here. You might be picked off from the behind, but then again, Casper is also in the vicinity. So Muck here,
what's up, bro? Shivam, hello, bro. YT your Twitch? I'm doing it on YT from the Twitch stream. I'm good, bro. Thank you.
Will now go in towards heaven, and I like how Trey already goes into a better position. So we'll be meeting both ends, but Casper, you know what? He's gonna end it up himself and not.
Even Caster is saying he only, no? तो Marcus and Caster he बोल रहे ना?
That's going to be the fourth
मेरा गलती नहीं है.
For Asteria.
That's just a true, I guess, like Wild West duel. They kind of heard her, I think, with the reload, probably. Yeah, and then of course,
the turret, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely.
They got too many kills for Nico.
100%.
G9 got too many kills for Nico. You shouldn't lose 3 people on there, Nico.
Take some damage for me while I try to find a head.
Line up no
For now, it's a really just a solid play by Asteria. I mean, look at the way that they're approaching the rounds. They're being careful. They're not full blindly rushing in. In fact, they've got lineups for days. Look at this on the
that's
A
from
side.
Spawn, mind you. That was from Spawn. And that was really a good job.
No sound.
And right now, Shrey here once again uses the ult. Actually went towards the storm grenade. Yeah,
look at
but
B.
B, however, they're just making some noise in here. So I wonder how Gina is going to react to this, because B is definitely open, to say the least, for the side of Asteria right now. Britsy's already planting. They may be bamboozled right here. The spike is planted in towards B, but you know, Peachy's already in towards heaven.
It's supporting Asteria, obviously.
Still able to
why is the sound? VC Aja Creatives ka B?
Wait, I don't know.
Oh,
watch party chal raha hai.
Rosie.
Yeah, it's like a play of a hide and seek and tag. Right now, we do see the post-plant positions are really nice here for the side of Asteria. They have angles to cover. So Moves was able to take blinded Casper though for the 2K. Now with the paint shells here, Peachy takes one. Is it going to be another? But I don't think Peachy has time at this point. May try to go into the garage, but Muff and Luke will still take the life of Peachy, and that's going to be their 5th point now. am Tech, this is just, you know, starting to really roll over for Asteria. So what do you think can G9 do here, especially now that their economy is quite damaged in towards this ninth round that we have?
I mean, this round, it's definitely kind of not in their books, right? They don't have the economy. They don't quite have what they need. The thing is, or at least the problem is so far, is that Asteria are always one step ahead of them. Asteria are being so proactive in these rounds that G9 are forced to just catch up to them. They have to react to these plays, and that's where it has to be a thing of G9 just trying to be maybe a little bit more inquisitive, trying to get a read on what Asteria exactly are trying to do. The moment they see something like Viper headed towards A, the whole team rotates over. But, you know, it's Asteria, and they're doing like a whole, like, my name is Joey Terribiani, and you've been bamboozled. The spike goes down on B.
Yes.
What is going on?
But to be fair, that was actually a great call coming in from Asteria, because basically that's the objective of the game. You would want to place that spike down with a better, you know, post-plan situation, and they just executed that really lovely towards our 8th round. And right now, they are going to try for some mid. See any information. They already know.
So Shreya towards heaven. Shreya and I don't know about others, but Shreya and Meow16K can beat me in a 1v1, bro.
Going in towards smoke is pretty risky.
Obviously, potentially. I'll be the best in our
so right loop here. I love it how he takes cover of the race, but Cherry still wins the aim duel and goes. Oh, the timing! The timing will be in the favor of Cherry right now. Britzy, though, will be using the flash here. Already has an idea to where pitch he's at, but 3 versus 5. This is pretty interesting. So let's see how this game goes. That's going to be one. Not going to be another. Malbase is going to take down Trey in towards Vents. Pitchy here is really going in towards Garage. So
no, I'm not even kidding, guys. Actually speaking,
or will they wait
Meow and Shreya delay हमारे stream पे नहीं है क्या वो 5 second 6 second ये 1440 का stream कर रहा हूँ ना वो 5-6 second आएगा शायद.
Wants to get it, but doesn't expect Peachy to be hiding just right under.
Please read my comment. G9 from which country? Somewhere from Asia. That's all I know.
Well,
I don't know.
Adapted round, I think, and definitely MVP for me would be. Not for her impact.
तूने क्या उकाड़ा bro तेरा जिंदगी में जो इधर आके professionally जो हमारे इंडिया को represent करके खेल रहा है उसको noob बोल रहा है.
This is where, you know, they're just.
Meow तो नहीं लेकिन Shreya can beat you. I'm telling you guys, Meow is going through a bad phase. I have seen Meow's aim. I have played against her in CSGO, so I know Meow's.
They've been going mid for quite a while now.
You guys don't know Meow's real power is what I'll tell you. Legit.
Is quite not working well for Asteria. I think
Muffin loop also, bro. Not even kidding. Even Muffin can beat me.
Between A side and B side, so maybe they just want to have the impression
that has beaten him already. Abey live stream पे मत बोलना.
But the thing is, PNY here will go for that first blood, but Muffin before the
live stream पे कौन बोलता है? अबे रोन माँ का सामान मोड़ कर रहा हूँ तेरे को. वो फलाल.
But because we've seen the patience time and time again for G9,
it's committing fully, bro.
They're sending it, bro. You know, it's making
sending it, bro.
Syria to go with caution. And speaking of caution,
they're sending it.
Is going to take down Cherry.
Mic off करना stream से.
Was able to change.
एक मिनट. आपका mic ना.
नहीं, मेरा आवाज नहीं जाए तू सुन ले बस.
हाँ एक मिनट रुको.
Attempted to try to take them on a closer fight.
It's like I just want to say, like, Peachy, don't.
हाँ बोलो. हाँ bro. Easily. हाँ. Easily they're worth it, bro. हाँ. हाँ. चल सकता है. हाँ. True. हाँ. समझ रहा. ये साउथ एशियन अभी तक साउथ एशिया नहीं है. साउथ एशिया there's this team called AET. वो basically iceberg. India's best है already. हाँ. हाँ. Hi bro. Hi Snorlax. Hi Scorp. Husky? वो कोई उधर 24/7 रहता है तो रख सकता है ब्रो. हाँ 24/7 somebody is there we can. नाम छोटा बतुरा अभी बोल रहा हूँ. अभी बोल रहा हूँ नाम वो हस्की का नाम छोटा बतुरा नहीं है तो मैं नहीं जा रहा हूँ. नहीं आ रहा हूँ. Send it. अरे मियाँ ऊपर चढ़ गया. Nice pick by my friend dude. नहीं जाता है. आपका म्यूट हुआ तो वो भी म्यूट हो जाएगा. आपका म्यूट हुआ तो वो भी म्यूट हो जाएगा. रुको एक्चुअली मैं आपको कॉल करता हूँ. रुको गेम साउंड डाल के. हाँ वो हटा दिया. वो मैं आपको कॉल करता हूँ. Nice round. Sorry guys. Sangas Jacinda Gundava. Hello. Who's calling whom Gundala? We both are not fat la. We just chubby. You understand us? No legs. See, why did Singapore actually come out? Sorry.
In terms of post plans, the fact that Astera already created the position, they already created the play here, so that made it a bit more difficult
Brackets
for them to really go and adjust to the positions and isolate their angle in a manner where it's supposed to favor them. So right now, because of this, they may just go ahead and
easy, bro.
To A, since that's the amount of success that they have.
I don't know. I'll show after this, bro.
Probably. I mean, especially
I'll show you bro after the game.
The amount of flashes that they can throw on the side as well, but something that they don't expect is this time around though, just up over the box. She's not going to be able to
Webcam चला दे.
वो डालिए इस वाला स्क्रीन पे. उस वाला स्क्रीन पे ही है.
In fact, Cherokee is going to try to make it a trade though. At least denying the mid presence. The rest of the team still in towards A, however, and that is why PNY, I think, at the very least, needs to somewhat stay alive or do a little bit of damage. That is definitely something that she can do, is just spring past screen and now falling back. Ritzy is the only one up on heaven, and if she can actually get this, it's going to be devastating for G9, but they make
I didn't click the LAN cable. I didn't click the LAN cable.
It is an even game.
I swear to God, I didn't click the LAN cable, bro. तो क्या हो रहा है? I didn't kick the LAN cable this time, bro.
Asteria,
I legit didn't kick.
Stay here, Casper will take down him.
Casper.
Double here. Beautiful positioning coming in from them, and the patience. They didn't create sound. They waited for the right moment to strike, and it worked wonders for Asteria.
Hi, Alexa.
Just patient coming in from Casper. I mean, it's not just
Stream on
Casper
Twitch,
as well, right? Like
YouTube,
they had that perfect crossfire setup.
Main stream is on YouTube.
Watching the other, and
that only, bro.
Got their backs. These girls are their sisters.
It did do lots of
I don't know.
I didn't do.
Catching up to do this time.
Definitely.
7-5.
Yes, it is to be fair, it is still a winnable feat, especially like things tend to really change once you've switched sides. So this
what setups are they playing? Casper anchoring B, Viper KO mid,
really
and
maintain the
Sky
momentum
Race.
that they have during their attacking phase.
I would like to really see Raze and KO switch up their sides.
Turn the tables around because they're the attackers. But this is the thing. Killjoy really works well, at least to me, in Split as a
what is this? This is the upper bracket fight. Upper bracket
तेरा meme देखा क्या? Creative के server पे?
मेरा? मैं कुछ नहीं देखा. मैं actually आज stream के बाद आज stream के बाद सो के अभी उठा मैं. The cafe पे सो गया. हाँ देख रहा हूँ.
At least for Asteria.
At least for Assyria. For G9, no, not the
so
same.
much.
A little bit painful, in fact. Right now, I mean, Spike in towards mid, the rest of the team a little bit separated from the pack, the Killjoy at the very least, but they're trying to find an entrance somehow. Maybe the answer in towards fence, but at this point, I think it's a little bit all too telegraphed. In fact, you can see the moving parts on the map. Assyria are reacting perfectly to this. We have a little bit of information as the, I believe that's the Astra pushing in towards Garage. They sense that, no, it's not going to be B hit at all. They're definitely on to A, but Muck taking Meow down definitely softens things up. They get the Spike down. Will they be able to hold this post plant?
Spike planted.
Well, in terms of numbers, they do have the upper hand at least for one member.
अरे वो तोड़ता ही नहीं. What iron?
तेरा stream देख रहा है सैम, उसको बोल सकता हूँ stream पे.
So they are going to try
अभी वो सोचा मैं नहीं था करके वो.
but I think they can reposition. So we are seeing Muck under the rafters here, but Muck still takes the 3K. Casper and Brit C4 on the left with the 2K. And that is just beautiful plays now for Assyria.
Goddess because girls. मतलब समझ रहे हो? God, goddess, goddess.
John Wick action. I don't know how she did it.
क्या मारा बे Casper ने?
और
दिखता है Casper.
Of the G9 players, and I think coming down to that, it's just the fact that, you know, you pretty much
Jod,
know
not
where the
Jodes.
players would be positioned.
It's not Jod,
And
guys.
on the other side, G9
Not
again,
Jod.
they're left playing catch up. They're wondering where Assyria is going to hit them from. At first, it was Britzy coming in from heaven. They weren't quite expecting someone to just walk in from elbow.
Yeah. And that's actually the thing. Sometimes the predictable things can be unpredictable, and just worked well for Assyria right now. So Casper here spots out to Britzy for the cleanup, Peachy here for the trade here with the
PNY wasn't even there, bro. Sage was the one who was supposed to die. PNY came out of nowhere saying, "Ned fekunga karke she died, bro, Papa."
Wow, this is just
Papa, bro, she died.
But right now we do see gun differences here.
Hi, Sandy.
To say the least, but right now they're quite pinched.
It was so funny to watch it.
Trying to figure out any potential play that can come from G9 right now.
I'm terrified of what might happen from sewers. In fact, they want to rotate into this. Muffin Loop pretty much hears most of it, I think.
No.
But wow.
Oh, unlucky dude, what's happening to her?
Take Meow down, but that's where Muffin Loop will strike. She managed to drop the Spike carrier. This is a big problem for G9 because they're basically stuck in towards mid.
Round
and they have
Meow
to take
Papa,
the steals up
unlucky
ahead of
bitch.
them. And it's where Assyria will be able to force their hand.
भी हो गया अभी real बताता हूँ भाई classic से मर गया.
Buck has no choice but to try to play the close range angles, make the right click, but it's not meant to be.
अरे so sad Meow, nice try Meow, it's okay.
Just doing the same
वो
thing that Peachy
ward में clip कर दूँगा cut करके.
So right now Assyria with a very strong lead in
It's
the
okay.
game.
Technically speaking, it's about
even
the
though,
teamwork.
let's say,
And guys,
was to,
please,
taken down by Muffin,
whoever is like,
we do have Casper for the trade that is
whoever
that he was in towards heaven. So
whoever
that
is like trying to say that
Muffin cornered out.
why are you doing this to Meow? Meow is a really close friend.
You know,
I love her a lot. She loves me a lot too. We pull each other's legs like that. I don't mean anything, bro.
To go and get limit control. That's an early flash coming in. They're going in aggressive with a shorty. Meow 16K takes one. Movis for the trade with the Phantom.
Wait, what guns are they on? They're playing bonus, kya? They're playing bonus.
Assyria now is going into the aggressive ground. Will be concussing Muck in the process. Forces them to hide behind near sewers here. So I like it how they did an aggressive passive approach here for Assyria. They kind of like set the tone that, okay, we have the capacity to be aggressive and push you despite.
Bathura, who will you support, Iceberg or Meow, bro? It's not about Iceberg or Meow, bro. Everybody's literally very close, bro. The whole team is really close to my heart, bro. The most
The
simple.
entire game, Assyria are doing
Never mind, I can never crack jokes with my audience. Chill, sorry, bro.
A little bit more standard, right? Their setups, the way they're approaching the sites, back the timing past the Nebula as well from the Astra. Muffin Loop will be able to take one down. Thankfully, Muck was there to make it a trade. Still though,
don't push that, Casper. Hold B man control.
Towards B, they've managed to break it down.
Nice.
So coming into this,
one more,
they have
Casper.
to expect the unexpected, but they won't be able to do that because how do you do that? Casper is hiding in from garage, and they don't expect her to be right in one spot. She comes in with the flicks, will not be able to take Muck down. It comes down to this, and it's all up to the lone KO player from Asteria.
To be fair,
I won't support A and all, bro. I'll go full
if
against
Britzy
Iceberg, bro. I'm
able
not
to
even kidding.
suppress, either one of them,
Full against Iceberg,
Britzy
I'll
will
go, bro. I'm not
ahead
even
and
kidding.
isolate the fight. But right now, that is the attempt coming in here. So Bitchy was suppressed. The turret is being tedious right here. Goes for the jiggle peek here. I love it.
It's okay, still a good eco.
Buying some time because they
Still a
know
good
that they
bonus.
are
They did play the bonus, right?
in terms of, you know, buying.
They did play the bonus because I think I saw Meow on the shorty, if I'm not wrong.
You see Britzy here trying.
Shorty bad with the sketches on. Meow satchel. Karke ja. Light up sketches.
Takes the 3K, and we are now in the 6-9.
इसमें सिम कहता हूँ माँ कसम मेरे को नहीं पता bro.
Zaya, I don't know about you, but you go to the arcade and you look at all these different machines, and then there's the one that really infuriates you.
No, but legit speaking, Casper has improved a lot, bro. Like I don't appreciating and sugarcoating them, saying to George, "Jaisa khelta." I like to do.
Kind of like
so basically, when you go and appreciate an esports player up front when before the tournament, no?
Jiggle peeking this entire.
It's like I don't know. I just want to say that she's improved a lot, bro. I'm really proud because I know how Muffin plays. I know how Shreya plays. I pretty much know how everybody plays. Oh, lineup. Oh, lineup. मैं भी कल से करने वाला हूँ.
The fact that you can just buy some.
Hey, what's up, Daoji? What's up, my man?
The fuse is already, you know, big enough itself. So right now,
yes, I did get permission for this, bro. Hey, what's up, Da? Pingu. Which servers are they playing on? VALORANT servers, bro. Sorry for that P joke. You can spit on me thrice and call me Batura once for that joke. Moving on. I think it's Singapore 2 or Singapore 1.
They kind of is waiting for these utilities to go out, and it forces them to try and change a pace or change some amount of strategy that they can do. So loving the patience game though, but up to what extent?
Oji, you can never dislike my streams, da.
I may have a good area.
You can never, Oji. Not even kidding. You legit can never dislike.
Is gonna go up here. Shrey is quite outnumbered, at least in towards B side, but Shrey will be taking down one. Very good call on repositioning here. PNY takes a corner. Goes in towards smoke. Will be taken down by Britzy with the Spectre. Uses Express not let any utilities to be used. Pitchy, however, already plans the spike. That's gonna be a run, but Meow with the shot of the judge. Really beautifully executed Casper for the trade, and that.
ಏನ passport ಯಾವಾಗ join esports ಯಾವಾಗ join ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಹಾ bro weird esports join ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ bro.
Entire round, Asteria just basically, like you said, I mean, a little bit
But
of
the economy, bro, they still have 4 people on.
Repositioning.
They're
kind of switching up the pace. Like that's basically what you said. You know, at first G9 were trying to
VLT calling.
It's like
no,
your dancing partner.
I've joined Weird Esports officially, OG, as a content creator.
And then they switched things up completely.
Hey guys, to be honest, I wanted to ask you some questions. I'll ask you after this. FLS full form, bro. FLS is the tournament organizers name, bro. Like how we have not been doing VCT, you know, like that. FLS is doing this.
Peak from mid from Britzy, and then at some point, you know,
waiting for the next jump. Why will I keep jumping, bro? I'm not. That's why I didn't join as an esports player, bro. I joined as a content creator. And to be honest, I won't jump pretty soon, bro. I don't think I'll ever jump, bro. These guys, how do I tell you? I'm not telling because somebody's watching my stream now, bro. They really, these guys fell in love with me, bro. The moment I started talking with them, the
best case scenario,
they started falling in love with me, bro. So I don't think I can leave anybody who loves me so much, no? Like literally anything I asked for, they were like, they never said no. The other day I was talking to the owner and I was like, I need a girlfriend. He's like, okay, bro, idhar aa do, main intro de deta hu. Like that and all, they were helping.
They have already the thought that okay, maybe they go for the rotate.
Owner dekh rahe to samajhe na, samajh. Iski band ki pitch.
क्या बोल रहा है भाई? क्या चाहिए और बोल, सब मिल जाएगा तेरे को।
मैं ओनर के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ, इतने बोलना चाहता हूँ। Wings by Ophia. ಯಾರೋ ಇವರು सबका हटाना ओके इसमें भी लाइव नहीं आ रहा है
bloodbath. Every time they try to make a move in towards A, they get denied.
Shout out
Huck's the
Chatti
only
to
one
you,
left, and she tries to do what she can with the
Macha,
Spectre,
yaro you,
but at
bro.
the end of the day, that's still a pea shooter compared to the
God,
Phantom.
wait.
So,
I should never open
Asteria
my chat when I'm watching.
2 rounds
You guys
away.
never understand.
2 rounds away from victory here, as you say. And in terms of, you know, really reaching that, they are.
I just hope Meow's hand is not paining after playing. You know, Meow's taking therapy for hand, no?
Or at least, you know,
she's doing therapy for hand and prayers for mind.
At least, or some setbacks for Asteria, but
There's line up for that and all. You're talking about me? मैं owner के बारे में बात कर रहा तो आप owner है तो मेरे को नहीं पता. मैं सिर्फ owner के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. आप owner हो तो मेरे को नहीं पता. आप owner हो क्या? हो तो मेरे को नहीं पता. इतना ही.
And I am not in favor of the Sage
Pulling them in.
being the first one to be
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Players, they have the guns this time around, but I think they're lacking a little.
Why the game sound so weird? I don't know, be.
The way that they were trying to.
Watch my commentary wale matlenga.
Every single step they go, every area
Buffering them in.
Approach, it gets denied by some form of utility from
Bhathura farted at which jelly? Yaad rakhta hu.
The seekers to just get some information, buy a little bit more time.
You want me to cast one round, but Jelly is there, she'll judge me. Never mind.
For G9. They have to go in with a Hail Mary play in towards the B site, and I don't know if it's going to work out for them. In fact, some of them are already suppressed. They might be able to get the spike down, but it's Asteria in control.
Indeed, and that ult coming in from Shrey in towards mid really went tedious. And
it's
they
hard
can't
to retake,
go for
bro.
that flank control. And right now we do see the retake is going to happen here. Paint shells
Still lagging,
try and show off the members. Trailblazers
I told no, the bitrate was wrong in the first itself. I told no.
Inside, that's gonna be a flash. Will be going in double peek it, but will be taking one for the trade. And they will try their best to go for
backside.
One enemy remaining.
GG.
To it because every time they try to.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Yeah. Gotcha.
If they want to start chaining rounds back in this side. Wait, they actually won that? This turned into a 7-11. What? I thought, okay.
No, that was not. What? How?
At the moment, but okay, there went back
Guys,
on me. But
come on, bring more watching than this, bro.
And get
Arey, bro, come on, guys, stare at your friends. Bring more. Arey, tenu ye muh ho ja bhai.
Right now,
Bhathura, ask these guys to use exit line.
Similar plays. For for the next few rounds, you know, force it everything to an overtime. Or
जरूर
even
बोलता हूँ,
maybe
जरूर
flag
बोलता
up
हूँ.
the
Bro, you're
point.
lagging. There's no
No,
chance that I'm
but
lagging, bro.
right now, using the smoke in towards heaven. A lot of them are in here. And look at this move. So we'll be taking down Trey. Looks in towards these corners. But I am interested on how they position themselves. Peachy is already aggressive as she is. And right now, we'll be planting the spike. Sherry, though, for that.
Bro, the whole server lagged, bro, literally. Maybe... How can the game lag for me, buddy? The game can't lag for me. You understand? The game itself is lagged, bro. It's literally lagged. You guys are here. I'm not doing... My hands also have taken it out. Bring more watching than this, guys. Thank you. Bathura, go over. 8-11 हो गया भाई नहीं रब्बे आने दी I see it properly, dude. All players.
Indeed, and because of that, they were able to stack up
I
a
swear.
point for themselves. So again, we've mentioned time and time
So when's your
again,
match?
all of the rounds that's going to
So
happen
when's your
in
match?
this,
Next match after
from
this, if I'm not
earlier
wrong, no?
will count towards
CCL,
nine,
couldn't
and
care
they're
less.
slowly thriving
Anyway,
into it.
My ex also used to tell me the same thing once I started calling her back again, but never mind.
But right now,
No,
it
but
will be
genuinely
flat,
asking jokes about when's
I
your
am
match?
not
Is this the next
fond
one?
of, you know, the aggressive that's coming
Esports
from
director
Australia, but
Radbatra,
at the
Macha,
same
I'm
time,
telling
they
you what
are
they're
kind
making. Bro, as soon as I saw the stream, I was like, bro, the bitrate is wrong in the stream. The stream can't be
Meow
choppy.
is with a Vandal. Casper
These guys don't understand, bro. Everybody thinks I'm nobody but just a streamer. If they know my background full basha, like flashback will happen, bro.
KX here in towards mid. PNY for the
Getting
trade.
unlucky, dude.
Uses, oh, the paint shells.
Okay.
All right, that was a very nice angle coming in. Shoves away PNY to go back to safety. Will the res happen? Yes, indeed. It's the peak.
Oh!
Oh, beautiful.
If that wall was planned for a gap, that's genius.
And right
I don't know if it's a coincidence that it was planned, but if it was planned, it's one of the best moves I've ever seen in Valorant. No, you should have waited.
So this could be a bit difficult, especially with Muffin right now.
Nice shot,
but
Muffin.
that's going to still be a kill coming in from her, taking down Muck. So 3 versus 3. Take note. 2 from Asteria are low. So let's see.
9-11. Abbe, spoilers there hai bhai. देखो Swiss spoilers there hai bhai.
Terrified of what could happen because G9, they're actually able to make some plays happen, but at the same time, Muffin lose.
Spoilers
This
there hai bhai.
girl is so sharp.
Guys,
Right now,
sponsored
she's
even, bro,
really
chill,
to
bro.
Make sure that nothing's gonna bite them in the back, and this
Nice.
confirms that the players from G9 are on site itself. We see, I mean, Stray Uwu just making sure that the corners are clear now, making their way onto
Nice.
the site itself. They take Peachy down, and all that's left is pretty much elbow. Question is it gonna be the left or the right side? They hear the footsteps. They're looking to take her down, but Terrytex comes in with the sprays with the Phantom. Will not be able to secure Charade, who hits her.
Fire, मत दे bro से please.
But enough time.
थोड़ा हल्का सा suspensefully देख रहे हैं. See out of nowhere walking in.
Definitely with
मत
the
करो
9 points to
मत करो, दर्द
11
होता है भाई,
and
दर्द होता है.
wow.
दर्द होता
At
है.
least that was
Let's
a
go.
close call to say the least for G9, but the fact that they were able to
शर्म आ रही है तेरे को?
points really commendable for them.
पर शर्म आ
And
रही
right
है
now,
तेरे को?
Asteria,
इतना
as I
बात
said,
कसम
they
Casper को बोल
still
VC
have
सो
still that
के उठ
certain
के
amount
उठने
of
के
space,
बाद आया.
to have some sort of setback, which is what we're seeing right here, because that was already 3 points consecutively in the hands.
Bro,
of
उनका
G9.
शायद next
So
match हाँ
the
बुला
best
तो
thing
एक
that they
मिनट.
can do here is they do already know the pacing on how G9 works, especially when they're trying to enter a site. So maybe if they can counteract that with the same amount of
आप तो
pace
जीते
through.
रहे।
Look at this. Toxin is going to be used. Take those armors also not there. And meanwhile, with only 1 HP, forces the satchel away.
satchel लेके भाई तेरा वो
And you don't want
एक
campers.
राउंड का ult क्या था?
Right now, Muffin Loop though still going to take Mobius down
तूने कुछ
in
गेट आउट क्यों
towards
हुआ
A,
मेरा
which is
बता दे?
definitely good. And also got the time to reposition.
कसम बोल रहा हूँ,
I
Asteria
love
all
the
day.
strategy now. that
Asteria
Asteria is
supremacy
really
पूरा
being
support डाल के
defensive
इधर
and,
मैं जो
being
कर रहा हूँ नहीं
passive at that. They're not
randomly
really
Mio
playing
Casper
and going for the
Boo.
picks. They're waiting
Boo.
actually for the correct entry, but look at this Cherry KX was able to spot out Muffin Loop
देखो
way
देखो बैठ जो
and goes
आप ही
for
देखो
the trade.
देखो आप ही
G9 has been threading the needle, and they're quite successful at doing that. It's very
30
lovely to
seconds
see,
left.
but they've taken a little bit too long now. 30 seconds remaining, and as soon as they walk in, it's going to be met by Meow with the Vandal.
Lucky shots
And
tha,
then
lucky
Ridley
shots
with the
tha, lucky
double
shots
from the
tha.
back onto where the B site.
Oh,
Every single site under
lucky shots था मटका था वो
and that
Matka
is
tha
match
wo.
point now
Matka,
for
matka.
Asteria here, really making wonders. And they just really needed that perfect moment to strike, because look at the economy right now. It's
Meow,
damaged
दो
a
गर्मा
lot
गर्म चाय
for
नीचे
the
से
side of G9.
Oh,
And
no.
गर्मा
look,
गर्म चाय नीचे से Meow
having Spectres
नीचे
and
से
with
गर्मा
Zuma
गर्म चाय
having the half
साला
armor here.
I still want to
actually,
believe, though.
yeah. Yeah, I also do want to believe, because what G9 has been doing has been very great. They were able to snag up 3 points in the process, so that's not an easy feat. But they were able to do it. Showstopper looks at the angles here.
What?
Tries to randomly put it
Hi,
on the
bhai.
spot.
Oh,
but
Jay, Mr.
Bye, bro. Now we know the results.
Thank you,
now.
Darren. Thank you for the 100, bro.
Lying on the floor, laughing
Thank you,
hard.
man.
Much
Thank
love
you.
to you.
1
Alright, side, what's
into
up?
5. This could be a potential flawless fight. But
Best of one is a BO3.
Muff takes it down straight for the trade, and you have it
Asteria
there.
जीत
I am
गए ये
happy.
करना था मैं आप सब लोग का YouTube चैनल का क्लिप था वो You guys came in and you guys
Almost,
ruined your clips अभी बता रहा हूँ
was
अबे
going to be a
तू थोड़ी
pause.
देर चुप रहे भाई माँ कसम बोल रहा हूँ you guys ruined your clips okay वहाँ कसम मैं सेट उतर के वो सब करने वाला था सुने आप भी जीत गए तो हल्का सा रुको रुकने के बाद आओ प्लीज थैंक यू थैंक यू मैं कुछ नहीं बोल सकता हो गया जो होना है हो गया भाई आप लोग देख लो
Muffin Loop at the top of the scoreboard. That's what I expected. I mean, she's incredibly
Meow.
sharp. Even on a
Mike,
sky,
थोड़ा
even
आसपास
if she's
रखना।
not playing arena, she's able to rack
माइक
up
थोड़ा
these
आसपास
positions
रखो वो
that
नीचे
sharp.
से
That's
साउंड
what
नहीं
you
आएगा
can see
ऊपर
it on
तक
the
तेरा
screen almost all the time. On the other hand, though, it's G9, and
ले
yeah, like I said,
ऐसा
they're
मुंह पे
pretty
ले
much trying to play catch up. A
मैं तो
lot of these
जीतने
rounds,
वाली
you
हूँ
see them with the specters in their hands. Sometimes they're able to make it work, especially when they're on defense.
Sway,
Because
why
you
do
know,
you
they
want
can
to
really just
execute
hold
the
the
jungle
angle and
climax
expect
scene with
Asteria to
over
push
with
to them.
confidence
But on the other side,
it
on
was
towards attack,
it was supposed to
it's
be
that much more difficult.
And yeah, we did mention time and time again, especially
Leo,
with the
नीचे से ले आओ।
Killjoy. It's like a double-edged sword, because
मफिन
Killjoy
अरे
in
मफिन को अब भी
Metro's
कॉल
side
करके
is
पूछता हूँ क्या चाहिए
really
करके ऑर्डर
thriving
दे
in a
देना
defender's side, so you'd
साला
you'd want to take a lot of points.
दो
from
चाय
there.
thank you guys
Which
guys please
unfortunately,
everybody in the chat
Asteria was able
jokes
to find
apart
their way
jokes
around
apart
it.
everybody
And
type
the thing
all
is,
the best
you would really
AST
also want to
कमा
commend it
मियाओ दो
to
चाय
say the
स्पैम
least,
करो मैं बहाने नहीं करूँगा आज
for trying
all the
those
best
aggressive
AST
plays.
all the best for the
Pick-up
entire
plays,
team
like
I
judge
heartfully
plays
wish
or
them
even spectre
कमा
plays
दो
that
चाय
can
मियाओ कर दे
achieve at
एक
least
क्लिप
create
करूँगा मैं
some space for the
करो
team. But
all
at
the
end of
best
the day,
AST
we do
कमा
see
मियाओ दो चाय
Asteria still with the synergy.
That's all.
that
No,
the
not
team
meow
has
do
done,
chai.
and I think it's already
all the
safe
best
to say
AST
that
meow
they
do chai.
already won
Thank you.
their split map.
Yep, they really did, and this is where things, I think, get a little bit cold, a little bit chilly for G9, because I'm not sure if they're going to perform as well.
well I
on the
really like
next
this
map.
guy
I mean,
he says
they might have
hey I'm
had
Quack and he has this vein
good-ish run in towards the group stages, especially winning a lot of rounds on ice.
let's go guys all the best no jokes about
Asteria,
meow Kill it,
they're
kill it.
really strong on
Kill
this
it, kill
map
it,
as
kill
well. And looking at the way they played splits, again, another
Kill
map
it, kill
that
it, kill it,
maybe,
guys.
it's not so
no legit
common to
jokes
see
apart kill
from
it kill it
Asteria.
all the best
fact
to you
that
too
they
Sway
have all these lineups, these
make us
setups,
proud bro
I feel a little bit terrified for G9. I'd be shaking if I were them.
Indeed.
make us proud
but
make us proud
right now, it's
டேய் ரெவரண்ட் நான்
this
சொல்ல
is
முடியாது அத
Icebox already.
நல்லா இருக்காங்க
We're
பாக்க.
coming in towards the second match. We did see earlier time and time again that both of them, both of the teams really do well in towards Icebox. So it's a battle of who gets that title on, conquering this said map. We did see a serious performances right now.
Does she, is she using the Razer black? What headsets are those?
For the side of G9 though, I'm still believing because they
No, so
they have
நிறைய
those
தமிழியன்ஸ்
moments where
இருக்காங்களோ?
they can go for clutch plays, they can go for
Sorry.
close fights, but it's just basically
Your watch party is so good than your gameplay.
depending on how much they are able to execute their play styles really in a manner where it's timely, at the same time, you know, take or catch the members of Asteria off guard, because I noticed that that's how they were able to win.
You could have at least not told on my face like that, bro. Your watch party is so good for so good than your gameplay. इसलिए मुंह पे मत बोलता था भाई. सब मुंह पे. ஆமா ப்ரோ முகேஷ். ப்ரோ தமிழ்ல பேசுறது மேட்டர் இல்ல ப்ரோ. புரியணும்ல. I still talk in Tamil. For everybody who's new and who doesn't know Hindi or doesn't know English, please go type exclamation language. You guys will know how many languages I speak. You guys can talk to me in any of those. I'll be very English nahi aa raha, sorry matriculation. Hi Parag. What ad is this? Oh, Intel. Who won split? Asteria won. Lal Prithviraj thing. Hengidya? Good, I'm good. Kannada ಮಾತಾಡನ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತು ಬ್ರೋ, ಅರುಣ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತು ನನಗೆ. Red Bull pillow wing ಮೇಲೆ to score bet bro. No. Sorry bro, just joking. Chill bro, I don't take it seriously. It is what it is. स्वे देख रहे हो क्या स्वे? आ रहा है क्या तेरा? स्वे ordered secret lab char only if I'm not wrong. What's up B? Hello Payal. What this chair you buy next? No bro. No. Sway is buying this bro. I swear to God, my ticket book करके Sway का घर जाके I'll sit on this chair once and see bro. It's always been a dream, dude. Hi bro, Shanmugam Vijay. How are you bro? So long since I've seen you. Bathura, what you had for lunch? I ordered from Burger King today bro. I had a tandoori chicken burger, a medium fries and a chocolate shake. Along with some Oreo ice cream from Have More. If someone gets attracted to multilinguals, it's weird. Not really bro. I have a lot of girls attracted towards me. But तभी सो के उठता हूँ सब चले जाते हैं. समझ रहे हो? सिंगल हूँ. समझ रहे हो? इंट्रो दे. समझ रहे हो? डेस्परेट भी हूँ. I'm kidding. मेरे घर आ जाओ. For sure bro. 4 minutes of break. We'll talk guys. 4 minutes of break. We'll talk. मेरा फेस आप बड़े स्क्रीन में देखो. Hello, you are single? Nahi, Payal. I'm only dating you. No, that's why I told single. I'm singly dating someone. समझ रहे हो क्या Payal? Just chatting. Raka zone, but light and fat. समझ रहे हो? What है बतूरा हुआ? No, it won't come. I think for 1 second and all, it won't come, bro. Dil diya galla galla galla. That song is playing, bro. मैं और मेरा गर्लफ्रेंड बात कर रही थी ना, वो मूड पे चला गया, जोन पे, और वो गाना लगा रहे थे. For 1 second itself it come. No. I legit thought it was something else and I played, bro. Out of nowhere one Salman Khan. दिल दिया गल्ला गल्ला करके वो जा रहे. मैं क्या करूं? आप भी बताओ मैं क्या करूं? Copyright आएगा, no copyright आएगा, then chill bro. I'll chill. Tell me guys, how are you guys doing? Love Asteria except it's bro. First of all, Vasist, it's Asteria, not Astria. Astria is a whole different thing. It's not Brishti, it's Britsi. And मैंने आपको पूछा क्यों करते हो bro ऐसा? अगर आपको पसंद नहीं है तो you shouldn't go out and you shouldn't tell that you hate on somebody, bro. If you like it, be there and appreciate it. If you don't, just move away, bro. You need not go hate on someone, or you need not go tell somebody that you don't like them. That's not how the world revolves. If you don't like something, just move away from it, no, bro. As simple as that. You became CC, yes, bro. I'm a content creator for weird esports. 2 more minutes, guys. दो प्लेट भटूरा बेच देता हूँ ब्रो. Bro, to be serious, is coffee good for health? Ah, yeah, bro. I have 3 doctorates in coffee research. How will I know, bro? Nothing. I don't know if it's good for health or not for health. If you like it, do it, bro. It's as simple as that. If you like it, do it. What will happen to the winners of GCSEA? What will happen to them? Nothing will happen. They'll eat and sleep happily that night. Oh, like where they'll qualify and all, I don't know, bro. I think they'll qualify for the main VCT GC event. Do CC get salary? And yeah, should I take river? Yeah, what do you mean CC gets salary, bro? Obviously, I'm working for them. But Weird is paying me in different terms, bro. Weird is paying me on, what do you call that? Weird is paying me with food, bro, instead of salary. Where do you live in Chennai? Chennai? I live in Tinagar, bro. Change the music or play different chola. You like खाना पसंद है मुझे खाना पसंद है डोसा और इडली पूरी. I really like your idea of promoting early to bed, early to rise. Jajat, let me tell you a secret I've never told anybody. I'm early to rise, but I'm never early to bed. Never. Never. I'm early to bed, yes. So I'm early to rise, yes. Never early to bed. मैं रोज chicken biryani दूंगा CC बन जाना, not really, no. Bing boom boo वाला गाना now, no, why no, bro? I thought you were going to say it. Webcam कब जा रहा है? Very soon, if I'm not wrong. It's not being on streamed on FB. It's being streamed on Twitch FSL. If it's being streamed on FB also, I'm not very quite particular on it. Bro, why do you want a big kitchen in the boot camp? For obvious reasons, bro. How do you complete your sleep? Sleeping in the evening? Not really, bro. I sleep for. I just told you, Pasha, I live in Tinagar. I sleep for around 3 to 4 hours daily, and after that 3 to 4 hours. 4 hours is like this thing. Oh, nice, bro. Buzz, crazy. Congratulations, man. And your salary will be a 5-figure. 5-figure. हाँ bro. Biryani, chicken 60 pie, lime juice, lots of lime juice, अलग-अलग brand का lime juice, tandoori और tangdi kebab. 5 figures हो गया तेरा. No guys, I'm actually thinking of upgrading my phone. What do you say? I really want to buy the 12 or the 13. You guys think I should buy for it?
You and me, we're like.
You guys think I should go for it?
Bro, my channel got monetized. You inspired grinning cat.
lordbathura sends congratulations. Because thank you, Satish. I'm really planning to upgrade, bro. I don't know. By the way, for the guys who are by the way, my mother. No, this is actually my mother's phone, bro. My mother's iPhone SE 2020. I broke my 7 Plus. Raja cutie. Thank you. Tournament over? No. Second match. We're waiting for the second match to start. What do you mean simp, bro? She's my girlfriend, for God's sake. No, I don't want to take the 13. I want to take the 12, bro. Namaskara, what's up, bro? Shinobi. Purposely today, apna phone. Purposely thoda nahi bro. Cold barbecue water bottle. Don't know bro. Alexis. Yesterday they won the first match. Yeah, they won the first match of the BO3. They did. How many hours of gym do you do in a day? I stopped doing it daily, bro. But I'm frequent. I'm not going to gym per se. I'm going to badminton sessions with my friend, and it's been over 45 days that we've been going. We're trying to go weekly 4 to 5 times, and from 141, from 141.8, I reduced to 135.3 in like 40 days. But Bakadi and everything, yeah. That's the match being streamed in my channel only, bro. Give it some time. Oh, where is it being? It's being streamed on FSL, bro. Tips to grow on YouTube playing Valorant. One, get good on Valorant and try to become an informative streamer, or do Bakchodi and become entertaining. There's literally no reason for anybody to watch us if not that. It's good, da, but why iPhone stuck in ecosystem, bro? I'll tell you very frankly, bro. WCG Accelerate. In 8th standard, I was told that iPhone means girls easily will fall for you. Since then, I've been trying, bro. कॉल ही नहीं आता है ब्रो मॉल में पता है कॉल ही नहीं आता नो कॉल I'll get bro no call I'll legit I'll get no call in the mall out of nowhere you know what this case is mother's case no so I'll remove this case off sexy दिख रहा बराबर I'll do this bro I do like that regardless, bro. I do like that. Wait, I just told you 135.3. Are you the owner or co-owner of LXG? No, bro, neither. I'm a very close friend. Kavya, samajh rahe ho? Nicely explained. Bro, Gamba is asking me River or Karambit, bro. Take whatever you want, bro. Arush, आपका पैसा है, आपका skin है. KTM ले ले easy girls. I have a Duke 125cc, bro. But the Duke I drive around, is my brother's. I wouldn't have bought the Duke you guys buying, bro. My dream bike is either a Himalayan or a classic 350 because मेरा weight के लिए उतना ही. So my brother bought a Duke for himself, but he's not driving that. Yeah, he's not driving that anymore because he has back pain issues. So I'm using the Duke and he's using the Dio. lordbathura is getting 1 lakh monthly. One lakh. Sita. 1 lakh. I like, please no KTM. I already have it, bro. My brother's and I'm using it. I'm planning to, save up money, do a lot of events and buy a car second hand. I used to have a car in second hands, bro. I used to have a Getz. Like, I bought that with my own money back then. Like, it was a second hand car. I bought it, but I sold it. After that, I got caught in like a debt trap where I took a lot of money. This was all before streaming like kicked off, bro. When I was stuck at 1.5k.
And as well, for Assyria,
रुपीस नहीं बोल रहा हूँ ध्यान से क्या बोला आपने Bathura is getting 1 lakh monthly
yeah, maybe into
oh
or the Astra.
समझ रहे हो
I agree with you.
अब तो और क्या चाहिए Bathura को unlimited skins and all which car I'm planning to buy something for second hand bro and what do you do for the music overlay Parag there's something bro who's your girlfriend
they haven't
file there in chat oh yeah Heat of Summer is my girlfriend bro
they haven't really had a match together yet which is this is the match they're gonna have right now so I think in terms of course the Sova okay there you go Sova for the intel as usual for both sides of the team and Sage again you mentioned
Muffin on the Reina bro look at what Muffin's gonna do this man
really
Muffin on the Reina
to a big and
you see
as this and of course with that hey I'm glad we're just gonna
oh I really like this
off here with
oh their logos going on do you play Genshin Impact no I don't Jellica Festival okay so doesn't matter bro but yeah hi Rose एक बजाज स्कूटर बेस्ट एवरेज देगा पैसा से होगा for 30
the second map it's do or die for G9 because if they don't get this
I have this
sent in towards the lower bracket where I guess
is the tournament only for girls esports team it is a female oriented tournament
I don't know if they want to go back there
don't say girls bro say female bro cat girls
quite a bit of skill. I mean these these are the girls from the X
Yeah, it's a female-oriented tournament.
Also,
Do a rebuyout stream, you'll get the money in one stream. Do a rebuyout. What? A rebuyout stream. What?
Never really seen
Oh,
them that
like
much. They
like
don't
the
pop up
donation
too
stream.
often,
No,
but
bro. I
when
think I've
they
already taken a
do,
lot from
they
you guys, bro.
really change
This
things
happened
really
because of you guys. How much more
Mind
can I
you,
take from
there
you?
was a round in the previous map that
I'm
I
good, bro.
think
I'm good,
was
bro.
Ethan
This.
Y, who
I
picked
really
up
don't think
the
anyone in the world plays right now.
walk
It's
up
okay,
kills
Christian.
for
Share us.
the ace,
Jajat, you haven't
but
watched
no.
Muffin.
Indeed.
Content
So
de diya
with
Muffin
that
ko bhi.
being said, Hamcock, we're going to start it off right now, and the aggression coming from Asteria starts off with B site. I love it how this wall basically just narrowed down the big of a site as this one. But look at this, because
Oh,
of
they're
that
full sending
wall
it,
being
huh?
up, it now lets the members of G9 to really march in and try to position themselves in a favorable manner. A lot of painters, a lot of utilities being used by PNY right now, but Casper and the gang. Naya planting the spike. I think
Look
they
at
wanted
Shreya.
to
Look at
repeat,
Shreya.
you know,
Shreya, go on.
what they can
But
first.
look at this guy. He's
So
looking
that
at the
they
perfect
could
timing,
really
bro. It's all about timing right now.
hand. So right now, this wall being a bit tedious,
Arey.
to say the least. But Cherry KX started off with the frenzy kill on towards Trey, and both of them are Vipers for this match.
Yep, two Vipers. Very.
And
cool
guys,
pick
I'll tell you a
but
tip.
Interestingly enough, it's the way that they're playing around the site that really intrigues me. For the side of G9, I mean,
File baby कौन बोल रहा है? Ban दी पुत्ती
all
मेरा
around
girlfriend को तू baby क्या बोल रहा है?
side of the site itself
So your
that
clip
really
on Potato
sold me
Monsters.
something.
My
As soon as
clip
I
on
say that,
Potato
the
Monsters
people
video.
can take
Bro,
it.
Shivam, send link on Instagram or Discord something with timestamp, no? Like legit, Shivam. I came on Potato Monsters video.
Does she know that okay, wow.
What?
Instant flicks on towards the top. She's taking 3 players down on her own. No, that's gonna be 2.
Oh, you must be
But
kidding,
of
dude.
course, it's the same strategy from Asteria. They come in, they make some
कोई
noise
बताओ ये
inside,
कहाँ
it's
की
like
team है
on the
दोनों?
other
Asteria's
side
an
of
Indian
the
team.
map, and that's going down on A. They managed to take 2 players down, and all that's left is Cherry KX.
Loving it because the plant situation coming in, the spike is planted in heaven, respectively. So they
amazing,
have the
dude.
option
Good
to
shit.
wait.
Mar meow, mar.
And Meow 16K did not wait because the moment
Dura, you
that
missed my chat.
10K
Wait, oh shit.
peaked,
Dura, do you think it's high time the tournament should be gender? Oh, didn't I read that out? Yeah, it should be gender-oriented team should have both the genders. But there's a lot of factors that go into this. There's a lot of factors that actually go into this before. Sorry, dude, Rachel, I'm kidding. But don't say baby and all, but it hurts me.
They change their site.
So there's a lot of stuff that's against it, bro. It's against it as in there can be events where, just like other sports, there can be events where there are stuff like, let's take tennis for an example.
Really make work wonders for Asteria, but the question here though is that
Let's take tennis for example. Tennis has singles, men's doubles, women's singles, women's doubles, mixed doubles. We can do something like that where we have a spectacular event just because of that, and we need to do that a mainstream thing. Yes, you're correct.
Look at the way that Asteria are playing. They're so confident, just walking in towards mid. They drop the Vandal, which really does hurt them because in the hands of PG, that is something that you don't want to give up. 2v3 now, and the spike is getting planted on A.
Until and unless parents consider esports as an option, no, bro. Parents do consider esports as an option outside India, bro. And bro, before we start putting this tied towards the parents, bro, would any parent would like to see their child going to Twitch chats and spamming random shit saying that this?
Now, crack of 3 of the members.
Bhatura, you missed my chat since the past 10 minutes. What about that? Subrat, she's a member, bro. Member matlab green pe दिखेगा ना? इसीलिए आप member नहीं हो. समझ रहे हो promotion?
That spike. And speaking of that tap, that's going to be Britzy for 1. Pitchy is forced to
He has to save. Nothing else he can do.
Haven to try and save this Vandal from being taken down. But look at this right now.
Oh, she threw the Vandal away and died.
Let that happen.
Oh, she threw the Vandal away, bro.
For their second point.
Oh, did they throw the Vandal?
You told me, Tushar. I read that once.
No,
What do you think 1v1 mode? What do I think about it? I don't think nothing about it, bro.
They secured it.
Is Casper playing? Yeah, bro, of course.
That was a little bit scary. But regardless, yes, you're seeing the same thing from Asteria. The way that they're playing, it's very aggressive, but they're feeling themselves. They're incredibly confident in taking these duels. I think they know that they can out aim and out frag the G9 girls. So coming down to this, G9 really need to figure something out, because if it's the same setup time and time again, they're gonna get overrun. Right now, line up in towards.
Will Global Esports play in this? No, bro. Global Esports will play in VCT.
No choice but to play up
This is
towards
VCT
side.
GC. This is a female-oriented
Sure,
tournament.
but she's giving them a lot of space to work with.
This is a women's only league, bro.
Which, in hindsight, is the best case scenario that we would want. Casper here goes for the wall. That's a beautiful spike plan, and
There's
the
a la-
plant positions are already in towards their favor. So they managed to basically, make B side a smaller amount, half of the piece of the pie, which is good. Muffin loop for the Lear. Take note, this is bonus round here, Quacks. So basically, whatever happens, they will be having better weaponry. But look at this, both will be trading.
Bro, what
big
is
sounds
wrong with the
Pitchy,
bullet sounds,
and
bro?
then
Tuck,
with the
tuck,
good
tuck,
turn
tuck,
up,
even when they're
and
spraying
into
it.
the PNY takes one. Will it be
It's rare,
another?
dude.
Lineups.
Oh, but okay, they have time. But then again, as I mentioned, they do have money.
She's diffusing
once
already.
again
But she
to-
missed the lineup, I think.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, actually denies the gun, gets the Vandal, but who's gonna be taken down first? Okay, no, no, they just decided to go for the hide.
Second, I did think that G9 wouldn't be able to get the
Guys, like
bonus
Toko,
round,
1,000
but
likes karo,
actually they did.
550
So
by
we're
watching.
on to
Thank you
the
everybody for
standard
coming
start,
here.
but look at this,
After
their
taking time, guys.
economy,
इससे ज़्यादा watching करो ना भाई, बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. Share करो ना हल्का सा.
Because of
Shit,
all
what
the
am I
space that was given up, they were actually able to push up. They got the spike down, and
I think many parents want to know that she can earn decent money from it.
Shreu actually rotating.
I'm making a video about it for parents, bro. Show it all. I made a video about
Maybe they got the spike defused, but
a future of what did I put? Future of Indian esports. No, to the Indian esport fans. I'm also making a video for. I'm also making a video for parents of, for Indian parents, bro. Please show that to your parents. This is the wildcard event, right? Yes.
Jump in accuracy, so
No need, bro.
off of that, and now that they have the numbers advantage, it's a lot.
Do you guys actually feel that the 1-1 bullet? See that?
And
Okay,
speaking of breach, you jinxed it again.
It's a caster's curse.
Song request
Yes,
super chat.
indeed,
नहीं
definitely.
energy
And
नहीं
it's
है, bro.
really,
I'm saving my
really
energy.
lacking
आज
at the moment.
evening 8 o'clock.
But right now, that's gonna be a trade.
Are they
as
lagging?
Muffin
What is
taking
happening, dude? I don't even
advantage.
understand.
Always basically, whipping that off. So Casper and Muffin.
नहीं आज what do you call that?
Planted towards heaven.
MJ bro, I have my workout today at 8 o'clock, bro. I can't
plan
waste
on
energy.
staying in
I have 8 to
his
9:30. I have a
sight.
badminton
So
session today.
this could be a make or break.
I was thinking about making a vlog of
From
badminton, dude. Do you guys
G9,
want to see
Fritzy
it
will be
sometime?
taking down
Maybe.
Muck into the corner, so Fritzy will not spot out Pitchy and will be giving a gun for her. But Muffin Loop spots it out, and that's the whip that's gonna happen. The timing is impeccable. Muffin Loop takes advantage of that. That's gonna be a beautiful smoke to deny Cherry from entering with.
Hey, dude, are they also telling the same
And
thing?
is just forced to back away, goes in towards
Exit frag.
their spawn. Tries to spot out and actually will try to hide. Oh, but okay, it's still in the range of
ओ
the.
तेनू मियाओ क्या कर रहा है?
But all right,
I'm just.
I don't know if it's like she anticipated that the spike was a bit too far off, but
A little bit.
yeah.
She's definitely kind of hoping for exit frags, but kind of,
Yes,
I
yes.
guess, misjudging where the spike explosion would happen. So, right around the edge of it, unfortunately, she gets caught, and also
Look at this guy.
probably
No, Thailand's
maybe,
NHK it seems.
going for that round loss bonus, right? Because if you die and the spike is planted, it's
Team is
broken
lagging.
somehow.
That's it, I
Regardless,
wanna-
she doesn't hold.
That's
her
all I
weapon
wanna know.
onto the next round, and she has to go with a full save. The entire team.
मियाओ
will as
मरने
well,
वाली है.
So that's why they're playing all these unorthodox positions.
मियाओ वो चाटा उसको नहीं मारा, मेरे को मारा, ऐसा मत बोल करके. वो चाटा मेरे को पड़ा.
Again, same story, same old story.
But everybody or anybody who's new to the stream, welcome to the channel first of all. And if you guys wanna know what languages I speak, please use the command exclamation language. If you guys wanna know anything about me, please ask me and talk to me. Nice shot, meow. Holy hell.
This is really going onslaught for her right now, and look at the space, as you mentioned time and time again, that was
They're playing very well, bro. Look at
by
that. A
these
side is
members.
clean.
Really, the synergy,
Clean.
and this is now the planted
Oh, where's the video that you're... I'm telling you, I'm making one.
So this is really working well for STR right now. The wall is good.
Bro, don't
because
compare
you
me
get
with
the
such good people and
impression
all,
that,
bro.
okay, this
Exactly,
area is
bro. But
quite
I'm
free.
telling you,
The
she didn't
Muffin
kill
has
him.
to
That
be
bullet
very
hit me.
careful. Meow 16K with
Eco
the
fragger,
really
be.
going on
This is
slot
Thailand team,
here
I
today.
presume
Muffin
it is.
with another one. Hey, Cherry KX is going for the shutdown, but that's not enough in here. Let's see. She's the only member remaining, but the knife from Sherry was so sneaky back there. And that is the fourth
Wiper diff.
and the first knife that we have today, to say the least.
You could just kind of hear Shrey laughing in the background somewhere. Pulling the knife. She knew she had that, and unfortunately for Cherry KX, I guess Shrey's the better Viper for now. You know,
Wiper diff.
These plays happening again and again. It's
The
very
game changes is just a term that they're using for the female-oriented tournaments, for the women tournaments.
It's now or never, because they lose this map, they get sent to the lower brackets. I said it before, I'll say it again. They need to adapt to whatever Asteria is throwing at them. In fact, maybe switching things up this time. It's going to be Cherry KX trying to make a little bit of mid-presence known. But, wow, Shrey going on a little bit of an adventure. She's sneaking up tube, and I don't think G9 expected
Bro!
at all.
Well,
Look at the
they
amount of
need to, this is the
Oh my gosh,
they
they are insane, dude.
They're creating plays. They're
Full
taking
pin
things
she's
up.
are hot IRL.
The
Everywhere
fact that
sneaking
they
and going
are
in like
able
that.
to catch G9 off guard is something
Bro,
that,
what?
you know, it takes
They're
time.
making fundamental mistakes,
It
bro.
really goes,
They're really making fundamental mistakes.
snowballing along the
This
way.
no viewers
And
goes on
look
my
at
channel.
that.
फिर से
Ariel
मुझे
started
कितने
off by
this
taking
no
down
viewers
one
goes
now
on my
for
channel.
another
अरे
for himself.
क्या
Casper
copyright
as
bro,
well,
मजाक कर रहे हैं क्या?
spotting out the head. Muffin
दिल ले ले
for
भाई.
that double trade. And to end it all off, was not even able to release that showstopper and gets their 5th point.
One time show tap, guys.
Very, very unfortunate for G9. In fact, I just took a look at how the map selection process went, and I think this is characteristic of Asteria.
Shreya's female lads, bro. Shreya's an amazing player, bro, and she's playing from Australia. By the way, for those of y'all who don't know, Shreya's playing from Australia. She stays in Australia. She's actually playing an SEA tournament with Indian teammates from Australia. Think of her being an SEA, bro. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. If Shreya was there in India, she would be the top 10. She would be the top 10 players, not female players, top 10 players in India. Not even kidding, bro. So much potential everybody has, bro. It's just that everything is going unsaid or untapped.
G9 are going to expect this. They did send a couple players down along with the Aldrone in towards Garage, and that actually might be the play.
Dapper plus Shreya is equal to Shrapper. She's gonna come kick you for it, Revenant. True, Shashank. But it's so sad, bro. After you right click, it just goes, dude. Your ulti. That's so sad.
So this is the sandwich thing.
Look at that, dude. Look at how they're taking control beautifully, bro.
Others go from the members in.
Look at how they're taking control, bro. Look at how they're taking control. This is the discipline and coordination, bro. Technically, they do know that it's a eco round and they can just go 5-man in or 5 women in. But they don't do that. That's the coordination. And I'll tell you one more small tip for anybody who's watching and who wants to improve their gameplay from this. Thura casting to banta hai. You want me to cast, bro? I've not been practicing, bro. Thank you for the 250, so thank you.
Commendable because some, if you notice,
You want me to
they go
cast?
for that similar strategy. Okay, let's go A. If not A, go B. If
First
not,
map,
go
Asteria
A.
1,
Let's
bro. First
do
map,
that
Asteria 1,
way
11,
around
13,
the map.
13,
Bacteria
9.
casting toe Banta High full moon face.
Okay. Now we're heading out of the 7th round as we see Asteria already going up quite a commendable lead onto it. As you can see, these guys of what Asteria is doing right now, they're taking immense map control, not trying to go overpeak themselves and take unnecessary duels, if you'd like me to put it that way. But look at this Shreya sneaking onto the Viper smoke. It's the time for one more Viper. But he spots on Pitchy, and Pitchy takes it down, but through the wall. The wall is there to save his life as Casper is... that is what happens, bro. I do that, dude. I stutter. As you can see, Mia 16 is already creeped up on top of the beast and spots one, going for the trigger control play. Does not spot Pitchy though, but this is such an intensive play coming in. She's taking so much of room and manages to take down Charix, and there you go. B-side is under the jurisdiction, but this is what I've been talking about. But Mia 16 tries to go for one more, but no, Mook is there to be the better Mia 16K. But as you can see, they were not able to contest for the B side, but losing a bit of control. But Muffin there from the mid, taking down Mocha, now left in a 3v4 situation. On towards the side of 3v4, all I say as Muffin takes one more down, 3v3 situation with an advantage slightly towards the side of Asteria because the spike goes down with the wall being up and Muffin Loop still being on her ulti, and now it's a 3v3 situation again. There's not a lot of utility from the side of G9 to be disposing this, but look at this, our ultimate coming in from the side, but more is good for one, takes down Casper, and they're spamming through the smoke trying to get the best of possible, but no, the real can cause a lot of chaos, and there you go, as you see Cherex Mo is stepping it up for the team, taking G9 for the second.
Have been truly versatile, but this time I think G9 are starting to finally adapt and read how Asteria has been playing thus far. Shreu often playing around mid, trying to walk through her own poison orbs, maybe a little bit of presence in towards A as well, but unfortunately for Asteria, that got denied really early on, and that forced Casper to use
It's hella high, I'm not high, dude.
Fallen teammate. At the same time, the numbers advantage just wasn't on their side because
I used the Casper, but I stopped because of a reason.
By the time they managed to get the spike down on B, like, sure, it's okay, but they didn't have the numbers advantage. That's where
Bro, मुंह में कुछ हो रहा है.
Coordinated push in towards yellow as a team. You wrap around
वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
right.
Acceleration.
Asteria just weren't able to lock down those duels. So because of that, they win the round, but coming into this one, what will G9 do next?
Yes, but you notice as well that during the previous round, they
I don't know, bro, reset.
to utilize. But what if they
Drinking
don't?
Madeira, bro,
So
no,
that's
bro, it's
also
water,
another
dude.
question that we have to consider.
Water.
That's going to create
Hello,
some
Robo. Why you
pressure.
rapper slowed down?
What will
Sorry,
be
Robo.
seen
Practice
immediately
करूँगा.
when loop
हाँ,
pressure
practice
goes
करूँगा,
for the
practice
plan
करूँगा.
why will be spotted goes
Why
back
did I
in
stop
towards,
casting low BP,
the
bro?
low rafters here.
So I was casting an event called PGX
Really
Chennai,
spotted
and
out, but
I don't know what happened, but low BP was the cause, as they told me. I started bleeding through my nose mid-cast, and I had to stop. So since then, I shot him, yo.
Goes for the op kill from Peachy. This is really
Dude, what? Meow's playing there with an op?
as well from Frey because the
Dude, Meow Vash is playing with an op, dude.
Look at this.
How is she
Frey
managing to
coming
get
in
kills
from
with the op from
also
freaking
split
Nest,
down
dude?
consecutively. And Asteria getting that flawless round, and this is the 7th point now.
Entire play just made off the back of Casper's wall. This is a big problem of G9's because
Yeah, true, Kavya. Will there be a final championship? No, there will be, Kenshi. So these guys will be flying, these guys, as in these girls, will be flying to the main event, like just like how there's VCT Masters and stuff like that. There'll be a VCT. There'll be a VCT main event, VCT GC main event as well.
Basically walked on the site.
They will.
No one was there to contest her. She got to plant that wall down basically for free. And here we go again. It's Meow16 trying to create some space. As soon as they sense a little bit of that danger, look at what PNY is doing. Backing off completely. A little bit of presence in towards A and mid as well, and they're losing out in these duels. It really, really hurts G9. And I have no idea how they're going to come back from those 3 losses now.
And Casper to also take down Peachy in the process here. And take note, the spike is in towards B. So maybe goes for the call to rotate since it's only PNY with a ghost. And Meow16 tries to peek. Okay, not gonna be seen, but Casper goes with the beautiful 4K here. And then another flawless fight. So basically, Quack, we're starting to see like the dominance that Asteria is really known for here towards Icebox, and it's going to force G9 to exert double the effort once we switch sides.
It definitely double the effort, triple the effort, quadruple the effort. I have no idea how G9 are going to come back for this.
Sorry guys, Mama call करके गाली दे रहे.
It really is this Asteria sandwich that you so aptly described, because the way they're playing, again, look, a little bit of presence in towards mid, and that gives
domination,
them that
dude.
safe passage to basically lock anyone off on rotates, even if they.
If it's new to stream, don't forget to drop a like. Don't किससे बात कर रहा? Mom, bro. Mom called.
G9 are stuck, and they weren't able to react appropriately to this. So this time around, a little bit different. Not.
Those watch your stream, don't forget to drop a like and subscription if you guys are new. It'll help me a lot. Thank you so much. Hey, from Indonesia, I know, bro. When is the female VCT? Any idea? I have no idea.
What Meow16 can pull off with this operator, because
Mom को बोल stream देखने को कितना का watching आ रहा है. Nah, bro. Serious. You won't understand also, bro. You won't understand. Dad might have an idea, but Dad watches from time to time, bro.
And look at how
There was this time when I abused some guy on stream. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
members
There
of
are kids
Astoria
watching. Don't
at.
abuse
So
and all. He
this is
told. Dad watches, but
basically
mom doesn't
positioning
understand a lot,
the
bro.
members of
Mom doesn't give a
G9
damn about also,
that
bro. She
if
all
you
she
notice
cares is
earlier,
for
they're
son 8 or
quite
no.
moderate to fast-paced and
That's
they're
my
just
dad
pushing
saying,
now. They're
asking
just
me to
going in
reduce
for
weight. That's why
slow,
mom is
and
hogging
goes
me and making
in
me even
towards
more
the act, but
bulkier.
Moves will prevent
Who won the first
Casper
game? We won the
from
first game. Asteria won the first game.
actually going through.
No much,
So
Robo.
this
No idea,
now
bro.
goes
But I
from
presume it will
people
be
coming
to,
in, so this is
towards
quite
the
interesting
next
now.
event
Let's
in
see how
La.
they are gonna pan this out.
Next event is in
Muffin
NA,
in
no? I
towards
think
that
it'll be
corner,
towards
that's
alongside
information.
the
So they
NA
need to
event
double
where
kick Muffin
Global
Loop.
Esports
Usually,
is playing the
he is
LCQ,
coming
no?
into
वो
the
LCQ
position,
जो
but
वाला
then
जो
why
main
goes
event होगा
for
उस main event के साथ होगा
and
शायद
right
सोच रहा
now
हूँ because this is the
G2
wild cards.
Samyas
This is like the last
quickly
entry
up
slot
making
for
a double. It's
one
gonna be
team
a
or two
triple
teams
at
from
this
here, I
point.
think,
Trey
because it
is
has to be pretty
diving
soon.
in here
my gosh,
above
saw it?
and behind, and Trey spots out Peachy, was not seen into the light of day, and
Dad ನಮ್ಮ ఇంట్లో ఉన్నారు bro. ఇంట్లో
point
ఉంటారు.
now from Asteria.
Who's
Really,
Igel?
really
Igel
strong
Shreya, bro.
dominance here.
Just really, you said it all. Truly dominating. I mean,
Two teams from Belgrade, yeah.
they don't even get to see the
Bathura,
sun.
I'm going to
They're
give your number to my
basically
friend
running
regarding
down
legal stuff for
on
gaming.
A
If it's a guy,
side,
don't give. If it's a girl, give.
forever.
Oh shit, Payal, ऐसा ही joke
Get the
था.
spike down.
Sorry, heat of summer
G9
joke
is
था,
just-
joke था. आप ही है पूरा दिल में मेरा,
Can we get a
joke था.
couple kills, please? But no.
Lunch में चेसा. Yeah, for lunch I had Burger King, bro. I had a tandoori chicken burger with a medium fries and a chocolate milkshake.
Looking to get very aggressive. She's got her knives out. And she's looking for some kills.
मेरे को मेरा मन बोल रहा है कि म्याओ हगने वाला है अभी. हगने वाला है म्याओ.
But moving past this toxic screen is getting a little bit pesky. In fact, just annoying Cherry K for a little bit. It's Casper who comes in. The team
हगने का
from
मौका नहीं
Asteria.
मिला.
All that's left is Move's. And I don't know what she can do from kitchen.
Basically, it came into a point where in Asteria,
Sad, bro. I think they're lagging,
forced
dude.
out the members of G9 to really go aggressive and approach. And the
Meow
fact
was
that
going
they
to
were
pick
able
that
to
and Casper
take
is like, नहीं चाहिए आपको
in a
करके she
manner
walled,
and
bro.
despite having that tedious wall to work with,
Oh my
was
God,
able to
bro, the
create
wall was too
magic.
funny to watch.
And Move's here is trying to create the
The
magic.
wall
on
was
his own,
funny
but
to
Trey
watch,
from
dude.
the behind gets
It's around
down. And it's just, as I say,
I think it's just close to 3
snowball
kilometers, bro.
for the side of Asteria.
Close to 3
They
kilometers.
dominated the first half. Let's see if they are able to double that up once we switch sides.
And it all comes
Was it a
down
ping
to
disadvantage? G9, bro. I think so, because they're lagging for some reason.
You know, we're
But I was
looking at
praying to God that it was not going to become
12-2,
9-3, bro.
And that's just match point forever.
Right, I have to
for
order
G9.
chicken for Oreo.
At that point, like, yes, you have your sportsmanship, you have your competitive spirit, but you need a tremendous amount of willpower in order to just keep on going and to not give up and to not make a single mistake, because one little gap and you can bet your bottom dollar that Asteria are going to come in and steal whatever you've got. So
Hi, bro. Vijay
G9,
Toretto, hello.
they need this pistol round right here, right now.
Asteria, bro, I think they're facing lag, bro. Arey,
16 opens it up.
they're
It's
facing a
good
lag,
attacking,
bro. They're
but
facing issues right now.
tried
I think
to
with
be
the net.
aggressive here. Okay, Muffin Loop saw huge amount of information there, spotting out the members of G9 here. So they are forced now to disperse. So they need to create another strategy here, and they can't. And take note, they can't really do the same thing twice because it's going to be difficult for them. But right now, Muffin Loop spots out Pitchy once again.
For those of you guys who don't know who Oreo is my dog, bro.
The members of G9
Oreo is
still
my pup.
dwindling, which is unfortunate here.
Leaks.
But they are trying to force the issue despite having the wall.
मैं नहीं खेल रहा हूँ भाई ये
In
game.
towards side, goes in towards Jenny, not going to be seen, but still whips a bit from Young 16, takes it 1 Melvis for the trade. But right now they can still go for the spike plant right now. Let's see how things are gonna go. Does a bit of a right click, is another, goes, both of them are ripping, Move still does it. And we'll see. It's starting to create some light. Look, also take one down. Muffin Loop for the trade. 2 versus 1. Not enough as Muffin Loop takes the 3K for the 11th point of Team Asteria.
I'm not even kidding. Fuck you guys, bro. Fuck you all, man.
Me too, me too.
Fuck you all, bro.
The magic, but it's just not enough utility, not enough health, not enough everything. Muck finally able to get a couple kills in the round, but it's just still at the end of it, Asteria getting the opening picks. They're just a little bit more prepared and making these trades happen. it really dwindles down G9's numbers, and that's where Asteria will start to.
It's not about being obvious, bro. It's about having that moment of anticipation where you anticipate for something for so long. Don't talk about it.
Their specters. I don't know what G9.
मैं इसलिए बज रहा आके कि इस बार उसने मारा है.
They don't have a perfect setup for that.
वरना नहीं मारा तो क्या कर सकते हैं?
Some kind of weaponry from Asteria. It's just game over.
इसके बाद देख के क्या फायदा?
You got the Marshall. I don't know.
Difficult here, but look at that. Whips a bit here for.
उनका डिस्कॉर्ड जाते हैं. रुको. उनका डिस्कॉर्ड जाते हैं. देखते हैं रुको पहले है कि नहीं वो सब डिस्कॉर्ड में.
Because it was all too fast.
Guys, we'll go to the Discord. Guys, come.
That they don't have the weaponry for it, and the fact that they just went ham and go straight towards where G9 is at.
Use that, and then Muffin, you keep doing what you're doing.
अकाली मत बात करो.
लोग लिख रहे हैं move buff please.
Move buff.
Move buff.
Hello Bathura.
इज्जत ही नहीं दे रहे. हाय तो बोलो यार.
Oh hi Bathura.
Hi.
अरे बतूलू
बहुत है यार. बहुत बात कर रहा हूँ आप सबको हैशटैग लगा के ये सब बिना सोच के सीधा कैस्पर आके लीक्स मियावा के लीक्स. मैं माँ कसम बोल रहा हूँ कल तू सिर्फ पानी पिया तो भी
अरे कुछ भी होता है यार.
24 बार टट्टी करेगा सिर्फ पानी पिया तो भी.
Backing off a little, but this is where.
इस पर आपका चलेगा. आपको मैं आपका एक्सक्यूज दे रहा हूँ. मैं मियाओ का 24 बार टट्टी करेगा मियाओ कल. 24 बार. Well played, guys. All the best for. Do you guys have the second game today?
No. अरे बतूलू best streamer down south who watch let's go female tournament. अच्छा लगा बहुत आप देख के. ये हमारा टूर्नामेंट आप कर रहे हो ऐसे इतनी मेहनत से.
550 others.
बहुत अच्छे हो आप. Feeling proud with 69 others.
वो भी
751
वो भी क्या बोल दिया.
हेलो.
हेलो
पावर कट हो गया भाई. अच्छा हो गया फटाफट.
मैं एक बोलना चाहता हूँ. तू अगर कल सिर्फ पानी भी पिया तो 24 बार टट्टी करेगा तू.
फारू भाई. क्यों?
हाँ लीक्स.
24 का स्पेसिफिक नंबर क्यों? 50 बोल दे. हाँ 50 बोल दे.
What does 24 mean? 24 means 7. What is 24?
24 is 42.
42.
I think. पता नहीं मुझे नहीं पता.
मदर टंग हिंदी देख लो.
42 क्या?
24 क्या होता है?
चैट से मेरा ना दिमाग बज रहा है बहुत ज्यादा. नशे चाहिए मेरे को. ठीक है भाई. कोई बहुत तो करती है. बहुत दिमाग की तरह से हो रहा है भाई. आज कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा.
Anyways, GG's guys have fun.
First match मेरा हाथ.
Thank you Bathura.
भाई मेरा दोनों गेम बहुत कहां पर है.
Everybody keep quiet. मैं सबको चाय दे दिया. जो फर्स्ट मैच तूने रेज लेके जो सैचर किया, जो आपने जो नेड किया. मतलब मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ आपका दिमाग चल रहा है क्या वो फर्स्ट मैच आपका? माँ कसम पूछना चाहता हूँ.
बंद करके बैठी थी ना.
माँ कसम पूछना चाहता हूँ. वही बोलने वाला था. जो तू नैप के लिए जा रहा था वो तू साइड पे रखता है ना. वो अंदर फिट करके खेलने के पहले.
ठीक है कल करके आते.
That's her full attitude. She killed. No, she's there in muffin loop. Meow 16k and there top 2. No full attitude. क्या कर सकते हैं? Anyways, have fun guys. Kill it tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you Lord Bathura.
Thank you
Lord and Savior.
Thank you Bature.
Thank you. Bye. Feeling proud with 16 and others. So fun, dude. Oh yeah. It's actually nice, guys. अरे मैं मेरा स्ट्रीम क्यों देख रहा हूँ?
I never meant it to be a food bonanza here, but hey, if it works.
Did she say food? I'm in love with this caster. Did she say food? Yes, she did. Congratulations, y'all.
Towards the first best of 3s that we have, and
there is no just word. Oh no, it is there. Shotais. It's a number. Don't blush, Chava. You blush, da. All friends, da.
Day 1 of the VCT Game Changers Southeast Asia FSL.
Twitch watching 120 plus.
Teams, the top 2 teams of this
CCL ka match, yes. CCL's match.
Able to secure their slots in towards FSL Elite, the big competition at the end of the year. But who knows who they're going to be? Asteria for now looking very, very good. But our
अबे साले अपना gameplay भी दिखा दे. गाली क्यों दे रहे हो?
I dare say because
Shreya's channel name Shreyu.
couldn't care less
S word. ఏం చెప్పాం బ్రో?
from who used to be XS tier as well.
సగం మంది ఇక్కడే ఉన్నారుగా. అంతే మొత్తం ఇంతే. इंडिया से कौन है टीम में? इंडिया से कौन है टीम में? पूरा टीम इंडियंस का है ब्रो. Oh, not पूरा टीम. British and Pakistani, but everybody. So I think 5 Indians and 1 Pakistani. So it's basically Southeast Asia. It's basically our team, bro. Doesn't matter what nationality there. It's our team.
That's probably what I'm gonna do during the break. But yes, we're gonna go for a quick break. Maybe I can slide in a.
मैं मियाओ के लिए एक सरप्राइज देने वाला हूँ.
Regardless, we are
मियाओ के लिए एक सरप्राइज देने वाला हूँ.
Sponsors Intel Yahoo and of course our new partners Secret Lab. There we go. But yeah, they help us, really keep our lights on. But aside from that, we got our next matchup coming soon. So guys, do not go away because we will be back for even more Valorant action. We'll be back after this.
अबे तो थोड़ी देर तक ले पुराना भाई. Surprise incoming, guys. Or to simp, bro. If you're gonna call me a simp, go call bro. I'm the biggest simp you ever see. Go do whatever you want. जा स्कूल जा साला. पिकाचू ट्यूशन लता मैम बुला रहे तेरे को. जा. ये किसने सुपर चैट किया बे? ये किस? मियाओ नीचे से 2 चाय लेके आओ. देख रहे हो सुपर चैट मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. चैट बोल रहा है. मियाओ चैट बोल रहा है. समझ रहे हो? चैट बोल रहा है. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. चैट बोल रहा है मियाओ. मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. चैट बोल रहे. देख ले. आगे तू देख ले. मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. फर्स्ट मैच हाफ कर. और यहाँ ना मैं ही छोड़ के गया एमजे ब्रो. कैस्पर वो वी क्रिएटिव सर्वर जाना.
Cause you and me, we're like brothers.
Pizza time.
Meow niche SE2 chai leak ao.
But the sad part is now after giving 100 rupees to myself, I receive only 70 from YouTube. Content के लिए कर रहा था. Content man, guys. समझ रहे हो? Stop sending my idea. Guys, see the minds. You invest 70, you get 100. देख रहे हो? वरना ये सुपर चैट आएगा क्या? नहीं आ जाता. समझ रहे हो?
Stop sending money to yourself.
मैं actually लाल सुपर चैट expect किया, but never mind. Thank you Selena for the 100. Thank you so much. No, but jokes apart, you guys actually played well, guys. Jokes apart. Keep it up. Keep it up, y'all. Next match is CCL versus KMRB. 9 minutes. ಅಯ್ಯಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ. ನೀವು ಅವರನ್ನು ಏಕೆ ಹಿನ್ನಿಸುತ್ತೀರಿ? Bro, that much Kannada I don't know, bro. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈ ಗೊತ್ತು ಮಗ. Feeling good to chick. Thank you, sir. देख रहे हो, guys? It's all in the game, lah. It's all in the game, bro. Once you put money in the fish tank, the fish keeps rotating and the money keeps coming to you, bro. You understand, huh?
Grin.
ये मैसेज डाल के सुपर चैट देना तो चैट को बोल देता. चैट वाले ट्रोल करने के लिए वॉलेट्स रेडी रखते हैं. I didn't want it, bro. I just wanted to. I just got this idea. Let's super chat ourselves. Who's new to the stream, please drop a like and drop. ये बतूरा हाँ सुन रहा. Hi Vanshika. Please turning इसको. भाई कोई फालतू का ही बज रहा है क्या? अबे क्या आज लता मैम एब्सेंट है क्या? सब पिकाचूस मेरा चैट में क्या कर रहे हैं ब्रो? ये 69 का कोई चक्कर है नहीं ब्रो. ये खुद को सुपर बिंग रोज करता है मालूम. जस्ट ओके. I meant why you bully them, because they're all my friends, bro. They all know how much I love them. That's all that matters, bro. Lata ma'am kaun hai? I don't know. I think she's that max teacher, bro. Everybody leave, I think. Full school students coming in chat. I wanted to do something, but I forgot what to do. Wait. So what? Supposed to do something, bro. Bro, 336 watching. Thank you, guys. I'm really happy for all you all coming. तो तेरा बूस्ट में गिव अकाउंट देख रहे हो? शर्म आता है जिन लोग को मैं दोस्त बोलना के लिए, शर्म आता है मेरे को. Sweaty match when it's in 7 minutes, bro. Oh, good for you. Go watch, bro. Nice mustache. Watch party करके scam. अरे यप्पा सामी यप्पा धीरा दे वीरा. See for yourself. Oh, you guys will watch this, sir? Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, tick tick 5, tick tick 6. Will you want to do that? That is why मैं कुछ बकचोदी कर रहा हूँ to keep you guys entertained until this happens. Also, I have a number, bro. I have your car number plate, bro. I can literally call cops on you saying that you leaked my number. Literally, not even kidding. What, you want to do that? Or tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4. Literally time, bro. अरे वो चिकन ऑर्डर करना भूल गया क्या मैं? What is VCTGC? VCTGC is a women-oriented tournament. Handsome लग रहा है भाई, वो भी वही बोलती थी. Mummy, you need 10 रुपए दे कुरकुरे. You want 10 रुपए दे कुरकुरे? You want me to do 10 रुपए दे? 10 रुपए दे तूरता है. Amazing meme, bro. लेजे क्या हुआ था अभी? कुछ नहीं हुआ. Next podcast shit. Wait, I can actually ask them. Wait, I can actually go ask them and come. Guys, don't talk anything. Don't talk anything. Hello, don't talk anything for 1 second.
सिल्वर प्लेस से ऊपर है, शर्म कर ले.
Don't talk anything for 1 second, guys. The playing 5 and the substitute of Team Asteria, would you like to participate in the 3rd episode of Bhatura with Bhatura?
No. Fart? I don't want to fart.
अरे T-Bone बोला तो जॉट बोलते हैं, मैं बोला तो फाट बोलते हैं. क्या है bro?
I don't know. The captain will say.
ये वहाँ
Captain, कप्तान.
अरे थोड़ा बाव bro. Give some respect and say yes on stream and say this on later. No.
अच्छा अभी हाँ बोल देते हैं, बाद में मना
करते
We are up for it. We are up for it.
Who replies truthfully and all, bro? I'm super setting myself there, bro. What do you expect, dude?
हाँ ठीक है ना मैं बोल रही हूँ ना, अभी हाँ बोल रहे ना, बाद में
नहीं मैं कैप्टन के साथ बात करना चाहता हूँ, बॉटम फ्रैगर के साथ. 1 मिनट रुको ना प्लीज.
क्या हुआ?
चने दूसरा मैप का देखा नहीं क्या? हेलो, दूसरा मैप नहीं देखा क्या? हेलो, दूसरा बन तो
ब्रिटसी आपने जो एंट्री मारा क्या मारा था ब्रो?
कहाँ पे?
हाँ सिर्फ मियाओ हक रही थी।
चतुर
भाई म्याओ बहुत अच्छा खेलती है बतूरो यार, म्याओ को नहीं। नहीं नहीं नहीं
हाँ मफिन आपका हेड का
मेरे को
इंजरी हो गया,
मैं
कुछ गलत चीज सोच रहे हो आप।
भाई मैं बता रही हूँ ना भाई, म्याओ तो अच्छी प्लेयर नहीं देखी मैंने यार।
हाँ मियाओ अच्छी प्लेयर है तो मैं भी पतला हूँ।
रोना आ रहा है भाई। ओह फक।
मियाओ अच्छी प्लेयर है तो मैं भी पतला हूँ।
दादा बोलियो मत।
ओह फक।
कितने बजे मैच कल?
अरे आपसे पतला इंसान नहीं देखा मैंने, आपसे क्या बात कर रही हूँ।
Anyways,
9:30 IST।
I'll send professional mail to your team captain.
सही लग रहा है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भी भेज देना।
What's up, da?
We all are up for it.
Oh, nice. We'll plan it out then, bro. Like,
Okay,
very soon.
तो उनका मेरी बेइज्जती करते रहेगा ये पूरा टाइम। पहले अभी ऑन स्ट्रीम उससे बुलवाओ।
No, Meow, इसीलिए मैं playing five के लिए बोला। Substitutes are not invited, Meow. You they all the playing five can come. You can chill.
Okay, bye.
बाय जली।
अरे मियाओ को substitute बोला मैं।
Bye, Muffin.
बट जली
कौन जा रहा है? मैं नहीं जा रही हूँ, उनको बोलो जली जा रही है।
हेलो
जली
Yes.
बतूरो why you bully?
Bro, I bullied me.
Substitutes are not
I
invited.
said
so
I
I'm
bullied Meow.
substitute, so-
I said Meow is the substitute. You guys didn't hear that. Before that, itself Jelly
But
shouted
I'm the
by
करना था हमें, म्याओ को ही रख रहे थे हम सब्स्टिट्यूट में,
Bro,
बट
Meow.
ये कर लो मुफिन।
Jelly,
ये कर
that's
लो
so.
ठीक है।
ओ शिट।
That's so.
नहीं नहीं नहीं
तो 8:30 AM आना है ना वीसी में?
भी नहीं दे रहे हैं।
tomorrow?
बहन जो वीकेंड में भी नहीं सो क्या मैं?
वहाँ भी नहीं दे रहे। मैं बीसेंट बाहर आ जाता हूँ।
Cause you and me, we're like brothers.
Pizza time.
Asteria FTW. Something
Avi
might be
nahi de
announced
raha.
big soon.
ओ मेरा एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड भी इससे थोड़ा भाव देता ब्रो। ये मेरा दोस्त लोग जो है। Oh wait, thank you, MJ bro, thank you for the 100 Asteria FTW. Something might be announced big soon. ये वही ना बात। 44 seconds guys. बीसी में बेंचो चल रहा है या क्यों ब्रो? आपके दोस्त है, आप ऐसे बात नहीं करते हो। वो लोग they're talking to their friends bro. How does it matter? Don't you talk to your friends casually? They're all friends talking and chilling. I was the one who went and interrupted their privacy. It's my mistake. Anyways, who was here to watch the stream? Thank you for being here again. Appreciate it. Packard, thank you so much, man. मैं एकदम बढ़िया हूँ। स्वागत, आप कैसे हो? बहुत टाइम के बाद आ रहे हो आप।
Seeing Muck under the rafters here, but Muck still takes a 3K Casper and
This is an amazing round.
with the 2K, and that is
Yes, I'll be back in a while. Okay, I need to take my dad's call.
Showstopper. Look at
भाई अभी मम्मा फोन करके गाली दे, अभी पापा भी फोन कर रहा है भाई। गाली सुन के आता हूँ, रुको।
Positions that pack, goes for the flash, whips a little bit, but still gets the job done. 1-5. This could be a potential flawless fight, but no. Muck takes it down, straight for the trade, and you have it there. Iron Crack, we shut down, but that's not enough in here. Let's see. She's
Oh no.
remaining, but the knife. Bots here being used. That's gonna be Satchel Muffin Loop with the reaction speed. Still takes PNY down. That's gonna be a rear use. Empress? Yeah?
Okay, they're backing off a little, but this is where Asteria can potentially go ham. G9 is just looking to push onto its side to get the spike planted, but it's not safe for now. A blind shot past the toxic screen. She gets it down, but she immediately gets traded, and Muck is trying to pull off the clutch of the century. She gets the headshot, hears him from above, but...
Hi guys, and welcome back to VCT Game Changer Southeast Asian Series FSL, the league that's all about growing the competitive women's gaming scene and seeing how women in esports change the game. It's us again, your host Jenny Richie Lee, your caster Zaya, and of course, once again, this FSL Overtime wildcard is brought to you by our sponsor Intel, supported by our official media partner Yahoo, and also official chair partner Secret Lab. Zaya, what did you think about that earlier best of 3 series between G9 and Asteria? I mean, that game 1 looked pretty close. That second game, though, like Asteria really had that one in the bag. What are your thoughts?
Definitely. On the first game, though, it's already evident that Asteria had the upper hand, especially when they were on the attacker's side. So basically, they kind of want to dictate the plays. They want to have the momentum up on their arsenal, which really showed in towards their split map. On towards the second half, we did see some moments where G9 really had a close fight with them. They had these moments wherein they know they predicted to where Asteria was at and how they are going to execute their playstyles. But in the end, because with the help of Asteria's diversion plays through and through, they were able to conquer out the split map during that first match. On towards the second one is Icebox, wherein basically Asteria dominated all throughout in towards that match, simply because having a 13-2 scoreline is a thing. But the other thing is the fact that they were able to really sandwich them, as we were coining them out earlier. They were able to create a lot of space for their team so that it catches the Team G9 off guard and is not able to react in time, wherein they can go for more clutch plays. And G9 unfortunately was not able to really adapt to the changes that's been simultaneously happening from the side of Asteria, and it basically snowballed for them. Hence the reason why Asteria really created the statement that they dominate in towards the Icebox map.
Yeah, for sure. I think we were really expecting Asteria to show up over on Icebox since, pre-game we were talking about how pretty much every time they were able to have that map pick, they've gone for Icebox. Every time they've picked Icebox, they've won their games. So that was definitely a pretty sweet show that they put on in that map number 2. I wanted to also ask you about this really quick before we move on to our second best of 3 series for G9, because we are playing a whole 3 days of playoffs this time around for wildcard. They're not out of the competition just yet. They've once again dropped down to the lower bracket, not really the position that they want to be in, but I wanted to ask you, Zaya, just after seeing those 2 maps, what do we think of G9's chances going forward in the rest of this competition?
G9 has their moments wherein they can do creative plays, they can do creative highlights. I think one of the things that they have to note here is, number 1, their angle isolations. They have to pick off their fights really carefully. They have to proceed basically with caution with every attempt that they try to take a hold of the site. Second thing is their utility usage. We did see time and time again, especially in towards that split map area wherein they were the attacker side, the lockdown wasn't really used to its maximum potential because they haven't basically conquered the site just yet. So basically the usage of utilities is also important, and basically the thing that they also have to take caution is the predictable corners, because we've seen some multiple cases as well for G9 that even if you think that these corners aren't, occupied by your opponents, you can never really tell whenever they try to go into that position. So for the chances of them in towards, since they still do have the chance, I think it's just more on basically them trying to retrace the steps.
My dad called.
They have the highlights, so I'm pretty sure that they can.
Rosika match hai kya? No bro, this is VCT GC bro.
To really move forward into those plays.
Yep. So looking forward into our second and final best of 3 series for today. We've got Team Couldn't Care Less going up against Team Como Raby Hearts, and I mean, I'm pretty excited for this one. Team Couldn't Care Less, they're the first multinational team in FSL for this year. It's just super exciting. Their roster is made up of, if I've got this right, Malaysian, Singaporean, PH, India, and Pakistan is where their players are from. They're on your screen. As you can see, it's going to be Sway,
Sway and Elu are from India, no? Mythica from Pakistan.
As well as Mythica.
मतलब पूरा Southeast Asian roster है.
A 6-player roster this time around. Pretty much the roster was formed by Sway after she left Asteria at the end of FSL Open 5. So this is a pretty exciting team. It's the first time like this entire team composition is playing together. So I'm pretty excited to see how that one's going to shake up.
सुबह का जैसा वापस हुआ क्या? सुबह क्या हुआ? अकेले छोड़ के गया, वो भी मेरे को अकेले छोड़ के गया। जिंदगी ऐसे ही चलता है मुझे भाई, ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही चलता है। लोलिटा कभी कभी लगे ऐसा, कभी कभी लगे लोलिटा। No offense, no offense. It's a joke. 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 It's a joke.
Here we go on to the wild cards. They have
Why Sway left Australia? I don't know, bro. It's an insider thing, and we shouldn't care about it too. Their decision, bro.
So basically, they really grinded their way in towards getting the spot that they have right now. So
Elu was from Pakistan. Oh, okay. I thought Elu was from India too. My bad.
Because I've seen the previous match, and you know, more intensity is gonna come up here on the next best of threes.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's just really exciting when we look at just how different the rosters from both these teams are this time around. Because as you mentioned, Como Ruby Hearts, they're coming in, having played in so many of the previous opens. They played in 3, 4, 5, 6, and then overtime last month, and now pretty much a wild card is their very last chance to make it into so they've had a pretty rough 4 or 5 months lately, but at least, you know, the roster is pretty experienced playing together. Whereas on the other hand, we've got Team Couldn't Care Less, who I kind of feel like they definitely haven't had as much time to work together in terms of communication with this team. As we mentioned earlier, it was pretty much formed by Sway, and then it's pretty much Sway plus 2 other duos. I think Fnatic as well as K-Theirs have been on a couple of teams together, and then also Iluru and Aisha have been on a couple of other teams together. So I'm just kind of curious to see just how much time the team has been able to scrim, to practice, and get used to each other's play styles. But I mean, we'll see. It's going to be pretty exciting for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that sentiment because it really takes quite some time to build up that synergy that you have with the team, especially if it's you know.
Is it only me or does Aorus voice sound like Kaide?
You know, a really exciting game for me.
Does it sound like Kaide to y'all too? Does it sound? She sounds like Kaide.
I am going to say that later because we are looking at the map selections right now. It's Ascent, Split, and a Haven. Ooh.
Yeah, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Team Couldn't Care Less, we do know from their last week's games that in general they do prefer Ascent as well as Icebox. We don't have Icebox for this series. However, Ascent is going to be played first, so they're going to be starting out strong on this one. Haven, though, if the series does go to a map 3, is going to be pretty dicey for Como Ruby Hearts because historically they have 0 wins on Haven so far. Every single Haven map that they've had, they've lost. So that's going to be really tricky for them if the series
it's not Aisha, it's Aisha.
That third map. But guys, here to bring all of you the action for the next series are Control Quack as well as Donut.
Weird MJ, are you from Weird Esports? Cat where MJ is the owner of Weird.
Hey, it's Donut.
नहीं बोल रहा था, sorry MJ भाई निकल गया. I
don't know. It's
Donut. You sound like Flu plus Caddy. Yeah.
Saw the map selection. Do you have any thoughts? You used to be an ex-pro.
Only Valkyrie. Oh.
Yes, I did used to play. So this
voice though, essay full anime voice, dude.
By heart, and I'm very excited to be really casting now the girls because the team of Como Ruby Hearts, we've always gone against them during the team fights, and I know that they truly deserve the spot here in FSL wildcard. And for the side of Couldn't Care Less, it's like picking and choosing the best players in each of the regions and then putting them all together to really secure that spot for FSL Elite, right?
It really
is Weird an Indian team? Yeah, Weird is an Indian organization.
I don't know, maybe they're bringing things from some of these different countries and it's gonna
just double Bathura's
salary. This huge mixing pot where they
have joining as the head chef, guys.
Composition, interesting strat, but that's
no, but
you know, just
jokes apart, I'm legit thankful for Weird Esports. I don't know if I deserve it. I don't know if I'm worthy enough, but thank you for taking me up. Jokes apart, thank you so much.
But for at the very least, Couldn't Care Less. They got kind of I don't want to discount them at all, but maybe a little bit lucky, or at least what I'm seeing on the website is that.
Assyria match got over Vishnuvardhan. We won 2-0. We won 2-0 against G9.
And then after that, they just moved forward in the upper bracket. Second game, it was well against a team that also has been kind of participating in FSL for quite a while. I don't think they're a team to be messed with, but that said, I don't know how they look in terms of like preparation and whatnot.
Yeah. And for the map of Ascent, as mentioned by our panel earlier, that Ascent is really one of the best maps of Couldn't Care Less.
You watch Gloylog,
And now
yeah,
Komarebi, they always want
You
to
won
pick
2-0,
Ascent.
Bathura. Yeah, that's
So
what I
this
said. You won
selection
2-0.
is going to be really a battle between the big guns because
Yeah, that's what I
this is
told.
their favorite map and this
Did I
is
say
where
2-1?
they will show off, right? But right now, looking at the draft and looking at the picks, it's going
Oh,
to
it might be a New York that
really a
entered
mix
into
now
Indian Valor
because
scene. Bro, it doesn't matter,
is
bro.
going to be that
We're in
super
New
for
York,
the
will
team
soon
in
be the top.
Strawberry Bagel. They have had
FFA,
a
what's up,
lot
GFA?
of reruns in terms of their roster, but right now I think
Sway's on the KO?
in terms of the
Sway's on
fortification,
KO?
right now Cairo as that
Yeah, are they actually playing a
Killjoy
no
is
duelist?
always going to be that Gandalf for the team. With how she does set up the traps in terms of the defense, she couldn't let anybody else pass. But for the team of Couldn't Care Less, what's
Guys, do follow me on my
surprising
Instagram
here
as well, guys,
L,
please.
ooh,
Take me to 3,000 followers.
going
No flex
over that
karunga, bro.
Viper. So what do you think about this, Quack?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Viper on a sense, right? Because
go.
it's just difficult for you to control how much you can actually block off with your toxic screen. And if you want to use your poison orb, you really need to have lineups studied and memorized. So thankfully, yeah, they're gonna switch off of that, and it's gonna be Catharsis, who in fact goes for the Astra pick. Of course, a slightly more versatile controller for the map.
Wait, why did Shreya correct
But
me?
here
Did
we
I
go.
say
I mean, I
2-1?
really love the things that we've got going on. We've got the Gandalf, like you said, the Killjoy Cairo.
तू मिल तेरे को
Aside from
इतना
that,
खिलाऊंगा
just
घर
wanna point
वापस
out
ही
real
नहीं जा
quick,
पाएगा
Strawberry
सीधा हमारा
Bagel,
पापा डिसोन कर देगा
best
मुझे
name ever that I've ever seen.
We could be duos, right? So you can have a strawberry bagel and then I'll be the donut.
Yeah, the donut.
Yeah, and we can actually collect casters who have food for their names.
Lord
There's a lot
Bathura!
of
I don't mind
know
being
a lot
called
of people
Bathura.
who have food names when they cast. So a lot of the audience would say, "Okay, I'm getting hungry with all of these names."
Any
I'm
idea who the
getting
IGL of
hungry
CCL
now."
is? I think Mythica.
100%. In FSL, we see quite a number of food names. I'm pretty sure we've seen like Mochi before.
Tuskin ka
Stuff
karam
like
bro.
that.
Yeah.
But regardless, the game is going to
Midfield, midfield enga kodam bro, Vijay.
It's going to be the first round on
Midfield enga kodar kar.
Careless versus Como Raby Hearts. And right now, to start things off, Como Raby Hearts on the attacking side, they're trying to push.
Oh, she got that
past
skin.
this,
I'm so envious
Astra
of her.
Nebula
I need
along
that
with
skin.
their Owl Drone, but unfortunately, they're met
18.4k.
with
Okay,
a
thank
bit
you
of
guys. Thank you so much.
The paint shells connecting onto two players.
First result for Australia,
and
we
that's
won
a huge
2-0.
chunk of their health gone.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta hurt at least now. But ooh, she's gonna keep to her position.
Wrong dash,
She's gonna
dude.
get
That's a
one, but
bug
hidden
dash,
out
man.
here by Strawberry Bagel. But there's a lot of action here
Next one, sir.
towards the tree room now, and now Catharsis. She's actually gained her ground back here in the A side. There are two members.
What was G9's full form,
remaining now for
Bathura?
Komarebi, and it seems
I don't
like
know,
the A
capital
side
G9.
is impenetrable. They
Twitter
haven't
ID, I don't even have a Twitter,
in.
bro.
So now it's time for Strawberry
Which
Bagel
esports
to
player
pass
inspired you the
out
most from
that
any game?
line for
Inspired me
them
the
to get that
most.
entry, but no,
Which esports player
Catharsis
inspired? There's
was
nobody
just
who
going to
inspired
stop
me
them
most,
all.
if
There
you
was
ask me,
that
bro.
trade, but that was
Esports
such
player, but
they just
being
really
for a
decided
streamer,
to
I
play
think the
together,
one of
and
the
that was
main
such
reasons I'm
good
streaming, one of the main
defense
inspirations
for the
I
team of Couldn't
took
Care
was from
Less.
T-Bone, bro.
Exactly, and I think the key word that you said right there, and
So
I
I
have
don't,
to
as
agree
you
with
guys
it,
know, I don't
is
like being
the
compared to anybody
decisive.
else, right? I don't like being compared to anybody else. When people come in, when I kill like an insane 4K with the jet, there are people who come and call me the second SK Rossi and stuff like that. I feel bad. Like, why they call me the second one when I could be the first one? And when there are some people who come and call me refer to me as Chota T-Bone. I feel really, really proud about that alone. I don't know for what. So I'm really, for streaming as an inspiration, it's T-Bone, man.
Number 2, we'll have Komarebi Hearts kind of playing a bit at the back foot for a second.
अबे
They're
ये
not
स्वे
going with
देखो
all that
स्वे
much
गेम तो
aggression,
खेल भाई
not
जाके
going with any aggressive peaks for the time being. In fact, Strawberry Bagel
Get this
here
way,
in the
bro.
Boombot is going to back off.
स्वे
and
stop
Command couldn't care less
stop
all the space that they were looking for.
stop watch
No,
party sniping.
Strawberry
Thank
Bagel
you.
is gonna be greeted by
Cousin
two
brother, he's not my
members
cousin, guys.
flanking, and now Lolita she knows that somebody's going to be behind her, so she just really moves
I
forward.
selected. Okay.
If she gets this kill,
I thought it
this
was the
might
sway effect
be
again. I
a
thought you got.
turnaround for the
I
team
thought
for
you got power.
catharsis. She's
Power
just
cut again.
really patiently waiting here. She knows she sees the barrel of that pistol, and now that's going to be a successful flank now as Sway gets another kill. There's just one remaining. That's going to be Cass, and she has nothing to do now because Sway will finish her off. And now it's a 2-0, a very successful bonus round because no casualties on
Okay,
the
anyways,
end
it's gonna
of
be this thing. So tell me, guys, what do you guys eat in the evening? Do you guys have snacks usually, or is it only me who eat a lot? How many meals do you guys usually eat? So before I like started working out and I started going out to the badminton session, I used to eat 5 meals a day. Not 5 small meals, like 5 meals a day. I used to eat a lot. ये round के बाद
approaching
होगा क्या?
it. The way that they're pushing out together as a duo. If someone goes down, there's someone there to trade. In
2
fact,
per day?
just
Why do you
because they
hate
have the
yourself so
specters,
much,
they
bro?
feel that
Game.
much more confident in going for these
ये
pushes. This
क्या
time
चल
around,
रहा है,
though,
bro?
a
टपक
little bit
टपक
of an
टपक
inquisitive
टपक
play
टपक.
in towards B main. They get met with a turret, but Kara was unable to take them down. So
3+
that
snacks.
might be a free weapon upgrade.
I used to eat 5+
even though
snacks.
They have managed to gain control over the
But
A
T-Bone
side.
isn't coming.
What
No,
we don't
illa
know
bro,
is
Vijay,
Kate
summa
is hiding
soltrupam,
right
bro.
underneath Hell. She gets taken out.
Too
but
hot out
Lolita
there. Do you want me to switch off the face cam, Selena?
Ooh, she's down to 19 HP, but this is a
Do
very
you want me to
doable
switch off
situation
the
for them.
face cam,
They're
Selena?
up the women advantage, but there's really more
Sorry, I had
plays
to put that
for
joke.
the attacking team as they guard that ticking spike. But El Uwu, she sees nobody here in this site. They don't really know if they're down here or up above, but she does spot Lolita there holding her ground.
It's chala hot
Now,
gunda
now
naga andukani.
Catharsis is going to be there for the trade. There's just going to be one left, and Exequis. Where is Sova?
Where is Sova? Sova lagged out.
Disconnected. I thought it was a 1v1, but that was just unfortunate for the team of couldn't care less. And this is now a free point for Komarebi Hearts.
Very, very unfortunate. I think if they had the Sova still in the game with them, that might have been a different result. But it is what it is. It kind of happens sometimes. And then again, you know, they are playing from multiple different countries. Some of them from South Asia as well. But it's
Nah,
nice
I
to see a little bit of that South Asia
Sway effect is not Sway this time, guys. Sway's effect, baby. Sway's effect is contagious, I think.
But they were almost 100% successful.
Maybe space effect is contagious. Who knows? Can we hit 1.5? Oh, Kardi already. Thank you, guys. Hey, what time did you have 5 meals, bro? Like 2 months ago. Let me show you a photo. So I used to play cricket back then in college and university days. I'll show you a photo. You guys won't even believe that it's me. Let me show. You guys probably won't even believe that it's me, bro. Define sway effect. Power cut whenever she plays a tournament. Are you guys ready? You guys believe it's me though? Okay. You guys actually believe it's me or no? Let's see. Hi, bro, Emmanuel. This was me like 2.5, 3 years ago when I was playing cricket full time. Cricket full time as in I used to represent my district. I played for the college team. This was me. Yeah. This was me. And this is me now. I used to be the talk of the town, bro. Then. Be the talk of the town back then.
Again, it comes down to how the games are played.
Can't wait, I'll
Now
send it to you
seems
on.
like even though they're just on defense, they have that really strong setup. Like you said, right? I mean,
Cat, I'm
on
sending it to you on
in
Instagram.
towards Agent Select, we're seeing the exact thing happen right now. It's the Killjoy,
So
the
different ice,
Gandalf
bro.
on the B side. You see all of that utility to basically lock things out. If Komarebi Hearts tries to make a play, they'll get met with a nanoswarm. Did they try to shut the door down? Nanoswarm right there. Turret's going to get some information and slow them down a little bit as well. Maybe not too much because of their recent nerfs, but it's still, it makes it difficult. It makes it labored for Komarebi Hearts if they want to break in towards the B site. And then you have the A site.
Lordbathura na ye to Lord Power.
The Rays, you got someone like the Astra. You got so much
Second,
potential
okay, I
for
sent it.
stalling that I don't quite know how Komorebi Hearts will be able to secure a win. I mean, do you have any thoughts about this?
Well, I wanted to say that Catharsis, her position towards the room is very, very vital because she can just easily rotate towards B if she is needed, but also the
You're
amount
still
of
sexy.
access that
Aww,
she does
thank you.
have, like a hiding
आगे
place
उसे
towards
दो
B to really just place her stars all over the map. So that's the beauty of an Astra here, especially for Catharsis, who has also been um, playing a duelist. So it really just goes to show that the timing of the skills will really play well. But in terms of the defense, how it could be done by Komorebi is maybe just really through those entries because they haven't really stepped in towards a site without a fight just yet. Maybe the coordination for Cass's
Guys, we're
paranoia
2,523
is what
followers.
will
Make it
really
2,600 followers there also. No?
give them
Can
that
I see
big
the brackets for
advantage
this
because
Tony?
they went for that Omen instead of that Astra, so they must use all of the utilities well in terms of those entries. So whether it's going to be B, they just really have to displace that killjoy. Yes, there are going to be swarm grenades.
Shooting snacks,
That's
bro.
gonna hit,
Condemning, bro. Did
but
you go
at
to
least
gym? I
they
have
are
my
able
badminton
to get
session at.
through that site because the
You
first
call that?
two
I have my.
rounds,
Is Mia playing this?
what
Mia's
we
game is
saw,
done, bro. We
right?
won
So
2-0.
that's what we saw that they
इसका
couldn't even get
इसका
in. The
आगे
good thing about
इसका
that is they
पीछे
bounced back towards that third round and
इसका
then the
अगले
fifth
game.
round, and it was a win here by
It was before
Execution.
this, bro.
So I guess it's really more about the combination of the utility trying to go in towards it.
Cat 8 o'clock badminton session today.
Controlling the flank, that duo of that Jet and that Raze to
8
stop
o'clock I have my
them.
badminton session today. You get copyrighted? No, I got
Exactly.
rights from the tournament
That's
organizer.
what Couldn't Care Less has. And in fact, an interesting thing right now is the fact that Sway, the race player, has bought up.
Oh,
as
they made a
operator.
typo
She's
on this
looking
thing.
down in towards B lobby, and I don't know how successful she
It's
will
Twitch. You
be,
can still
but
get copyrighted
still a
if it's
very
Twitch,
deadly
bro.
weapon.
No,
It's
hate. You
very
can't do that.
useful for locking
Hate.
down
You can still
angles,
get
so
copyrighted if
this
it's
is where
Twitch. If you
Komorebi
don't have
Hearts has to be
permission from
extra careful.
them, you
It's
can
not
actually get
safe for
copyrighted.
them
Hate. Don't do that
in
without
towards
getting
mid.
permission from the tournament organizers.
And that's gonna be scary now. So they're all grouped up here towards this B site. They're just waiting. They're lobbying at the
आगे
moment.
पीछे वो I wanted to say before. I didn't know the word for before.
From the team of Couldn't Care Less, but right now, at least they've denied that.
What bug is
information,
this?
and that run it back will just trigger all of these swarm grenades.
So sad,
That's
bro.
gonna be a waste of an ult because they didn't even get any entry.
I heard copyright. No, there was somebody telling me that if you stream Twitch on YouTube, you can't get copyrighted. I was telling them you can get copyrighted if you want, even if it's Twitch and this thing. Nice hold, bro. Amazing hold.
It really is. You shall not.
Sorry, bro. Didn't know. I'm telling you, bro. Why do you have to be
Catharsis,
sorry, bro?
shaking
Yeah, bro. This
everyone
wildcard
on
gets
the
2 slots in the
site
championship.
itself. Komorebi Hearts were not able to secure a safe passage on towards the B site, no matter what they tried.
Yeah, now they're forced.
ये
to
सोवा क्यों दिख रहा है
see
मंतिका का नाम?
5 for Execute. That's going to at least matter, but what they need really now is that combination of the utilities and that duos that we would want to see. Now Sway here, another
That will not
guy
happen, bro. It has
with that
happened.
operator,
I know.
right? They're not afraid to try and get those early picks.
It has happened.
As Sway, as the rest of the team members.
SEA's LAN.
B is quite passive with that Sova, but here in A,
What? SEA's LAN?
going
I don't
to
understand.
Bath now as El Uwu actually sees and peeks out. Executes is now down, and now L is going to follow up with another. There's going to be just really Cass exiting. She just
Com which region? Com is basically from Philippines.
Spike has to rotate towards B.
Oh yeah, there you go, Red Devil.
Chucking a paint shell. At this point,
Yes, Asterial
all
play against
too
CCL tomorrow.
telegraphed for Couldn't Care Less. They know because of this aggression coming in towards A main, there's no other place for Komorebi Hearts to be other than the B site. And we see all the rotating members coming in towards market, maybe in towards B lobby. And unless Cass is able to pick off the player at the back, I don't see how Komorebi Hearts will be able to secure anything. She tries to go for it, but unfortunately she gets taken
With champions,
out.
VCT, GC
Now
champions.
Cass, Catharsis just going for that quick double kill, 4-2-1, and Komorebi Hearts just basically cornered.
Yeah, and now they're pulling out the big guns. I mean, the Sova Couldn't Care Less has.
No, bro. CCL consists of players from India, Pakistan, Singapore, and Malaysia.
So I think now this is the chance for them they
Yes,
haven't
Satarwa,
done
true.
so just yet. Maybe smoking out Cubby where the operator is, and
Hi,
then
Mana, so long. You still remember me?
running
I thought you
past that
stopped
alarm bot
watching
in
my
any
streams. I
case
thought you
because
unsubscribed
right now
only.
they haven't done that
You sure?
just yet, and that's gonna be now again. The Gandalf play here by Sway getting one with the operator. She's not afraid to get another strawberry bagel. She knows
How many
that
slots for India?
the
There's
Raze
no
is
slots for India and
already
all, bro.
there,
So they're
and
basically
that's
wild
really
cards which
a
are going right
good
now.
decision there by Sway to just back away. Now Exeki's spotted out.
To show the match play, I think Singapore 1 or 2. Hey, what's up, Da Vinci?
So now they're just holding down their ground. They're afraid to go in.
Ryzen is Sova? No, Ryzen is
They
Mythica. It's a
still
bug.
have that curveball, so that's
It's Mythica,
possible.
bro. Aisha
Just
from Pakistan.
peeking.
Nice
They're
shots
not
to
giving it
Delu.
away, and LU already gets one for herself, and that's gonna be.
Abhi dono kaha ki team? CCL is a team consists of many people. CCL is Sway's team basically. And Komorobi Hearts is basically a Filipinian team. LCQ for girls. It's not LCQ, bro. It's wild cards. It's a different thing altogether.
There are so many different angles to look out for, and all she's got is, hot hands.
Yeah, maybe bro,
one
LCQ, yeah.
curveball. I don't know
अरे
if that's
मैसेज
gonna
ही
be
क्यों नहीं
able to
दिखते भाई?
blind every single player on the site itself.
खोल
If
दिया
enough
बोला है आपने मयूर,
Sofa
उसके बाद
player
कुछ नहीं
is
बोला. वो
just
खोल दिया मतलब यार
waiting
क्या
for
बोल सकता हूँ
any
मैं?
movement
Who's the next
to
guest for your talk show? I think I'm gonna do
So
one with
right
the girls of
now,
Asteria, bro.
thinking of rotating, but I don't think they've got enough time. In fact, as soon as they peek out,
With the
like
girls of
Mr.
Asteria.
Fury Dog, Sway's gonna hunt them down with the operator. It bites.
I think we go that
Products
ऐसे कैसे
left
play with
by
the CN
these
game.
two players trying to make their way in. No time to plant as well, and they're
Nice
going
shot
to
though
be
on the
met
Sova.
with so much gunfire. Actually able to take the Sova down, but
I think most probably with Team Asteria, bro.
for the next
They pretty
round.
much agreed to it, so I need
Yeah,
to.
it's important. I mean, how much creds are you willing to waste? But right now, they're able to waste a lot because their economy is very.
I
very
really
tight
like their
at the
logo, dude.
moment.
FSL.
Now there's a timeout. Komarebi needs to rethink their strategies. They've lost 3 rounds in a row already against Couldn't Care Less. They need to be able to try and get into that site. They've tried going B. It's the Killjoy that meets them. It's the Gandalf utility. But when it comes to A, the Gandalf is the operator. So I guess they just really have to pick a site, maybe rush in, because a lot of the things that happen now for Komarebi Hearts is once a woman is down on their team, they just stop. They don't really get their.
You have the
advantage
permission to
as
do
the
the watch party, of
operator
course.
to either repeat or back away.
The entire team or just one of the
So
players?
if and when
I don't
that
understand,
repeat
Kush. Please
happens,
repeat your
then
question.
maybe just be ready for that
Was that the
trade.
kill feedback?
Or
Yeah.
if they back
Would we ever
away,
see teams like
then
Asteria
that's
play
small
against
part.
teams like G and VLT? We
But
can,
that
bro.
duo as well. I mean, saving
So
grace
basically, I have a lot of
the
plans which I
operator is
needed some
LU,
funds to allocate, which I needed funds to make
now
soon,
that
bro.
every time
So
that Sway would
pretty
get
soon in India,
pushed,
there'll be a tournament which is
LU
being
will
hosted
always be there
by
to
someone
to have her back.
you guys would have
So
never
that's going
seen
to
from
be
anywhere.
the saving grace of Sway here, even if she gets punished for those
Soon,
aggressive
we can soon, bro.
Truly,
Seria's
right? I mean, that
no
is
lesser
the
than
saving
G or
grace. That
VLT,
is
bro.
how CCL
Maybe
plays
they
up
do
front.
lack
Take a
the
look
amount
at
of
the mid-map
exposure,
right
but
now. It's
I
exactly
don't
what
think
you
they're
said.
any less
We got
talented
LU
enough.
somewhat positioned up towards the front. We got Sway at the back with
But
the
even though I
operator. If
joke
anything
around
happens,
about
one
Meow
of these two
16K and
girls will
everybody
be
so
able to help
much,
the other out.
I think they're
So
legends,
they're
bro.
gonna have to back off
They
because
can
of
play
the
very
drop
good,
for
bro.
now,
They
but
play very good.
Komarebi Hearts,
They
they're not able
they
to
don't need
sneak
my
into a space
validation
that
at
they're
all.
able to push deeply for a
Oh shit, cast person
second.
chat.
And I only say a second
Need your
because as soon
casting,
as
bro.
that happens,
I'm
one
really
player
bad at
drops towards
casting,
B
bro.
main, and
Have
now
to
they're a little
practice,
bit more
man.
afraid, but the Guardian will bite Catharsis. They're looking to
Bye,
push
bro, Red
past
Devil.
this, but they have
Not
to get
Batura,
through
dude.
LU,
Batura, man.
and Cass will be the one to
आपको
help
Blue
them
Devil
out
बोला
in
तो
that
चलेगा क्या?
process. Still, though, it's not going to be enough because numbers advantage still on the side of Couldn't Care Less, and at the same time, Cass's head
जीत गए
is
क्या
down
यार,
in the
bro?
red.
We won
So
2-0.
how do they make a
I
play
need
at
prac
this
for
time?
tournament. Oh, crazy, Selena. Kill it,
If
kill
they
it,
do
kill it.
rotate towards A,
Asteria का क्या हुआ? We won 2-0, bro.
grenade
Cash.
just casted under Cass, and she's low as it is right now. So now they have to rotate towards the A side because they've tried, they've lost a lot of people in mid as well. So once that turret signals,
Lord Bathura, we will
Killjoy
be hosting one reveal this month and start the bro for sure, bro.
no way in.
For sure,
They
for
just
sure.
have to go up heaven.
Done, done,
But
done.
if they do, there's going to be that turret, and also
It's a spectator bug, bro. And bro, to be honest, MJ, if you want me to help, I can help with production as well. I'm very, what do I call you? I'm very I'm very well
Patience
versed
game.
with
She just
VMix,
waited, and
OBS,
patience paid
and
off
I'm
for
an
her.
ex-esports director
That
for
is
a lot of whitelisted
incredibly
events. I cast as
satisfying
well.
to watch.
Bad
Yes, I was
caster,
a
but
little
yeah.
bit
Going
debatable over
Warangal
the
tomorrow,
turret
champe
placement as
bani
well.
kan.
I thought it was on heaven, but no.
Cast
She
karwaya.
just
I'm a bad
held it
caster,
over
bro.
by the bottom of hell.
I
Played off
haven't
of the
practiced in a long
turret's
time.
contact, and that's something that most Killjoy players
Yajat who
wouldn't do. But
told they're not
the way
entering.
that
They're
she
gonna
held
enter
the
soon.
angle, the way that she converted her
Yes,
spray
game.
is just magical. It's very satisfying. It's like
Bhatura is
waiting
very
for
well.
that champagne
Can help
cork
him.
to pop
Wow.
off. She had all that
Hide our ghost.
utility, so comfortable on the A side. In fact, she's still on A now.
As we see this CCL getting onto a comfortable lead of 6-1 on the first map of this BO3, which is Ascend. And as you can see, they're really trying to strive to take control, but they're pretty much not able to barge into sites. It's pretty much well diverse on how CCL is playing this, but the showstopper coming in, not able to find anybody, and it goes to waste as a Hikalt comes in. Very familiar of Hikalt. It's the Southeast Asian version of Alt, which is missed. But there, as we can see, the defender killjoy has been done, but Sova properly counters it. But Asway comes in with one more, not being able to take one kill at least, and KTHRS takes one, takes two, takes most probably a three. And as you go, I am predicting the future right now. Takes three, and 3 players detained on the killjoy, on the attacker killjoy as they take one, and there's now left in a 1v2 situation towards Mythica staying alive against them, and now trying to defuse the spike right now. She has one shock dart and she does not have recon, but it does not take a second for Kekov to peek from him and kill and confirm a second round for the side of Komerabi Huts.
That is the win. That is the answer that they were looking for. It turns out all they needed to do was to use 2 ultimates. First off, the lockdown, definitely. But secondly, we have that showstopper coming in from the Raze player as well. I mean, she was the one to start things off. She was the one to blast pack on the site, Lolita. And it created a lot of space for Komurabi Hearts. Couldn't care less. As soon as they heard those voice lines, those voice cues, they backed off completely, gave them the room to get the spike down, and I think that it would have been possible if Catharsis actually didn't get detained. If she
What is aim kata? Aim
somewhere
kata na inna kata
towards the edge of that
Check
lockdown
Asai,
instead,
I
but
don't know,
still
maybe
a very
Black
well
Dot.
played
Who won
effort
this match? I
from
don't know.
Komurabi
Last
Hearts.
match we
This
won.
time around though, back in towards
This match is
B,
going,
back
bro. How can I
in
tell you?
towards mid. What do you think they're trying to do?
If MSC, yeah, true.
Well, I think they're just waiting out for any aggression, but could
You
it
do
care
good
less
casting.
because
Thank you
this
so
is
much,
the
man.
type of team to
Why
be
is she not?
doing this? But look at this. Ooh, the combination of that
Is that delay?
Rainbow
Obviously, bro.
and an Odin will always pay off for a Sova main, and that's gonna be
I hate how I have to see this with
the
freaking
run
what do you
back
call
now
that,
by
man?
Strawberry Bagel. They're trying to enter towards this B site, but that's gonna expire
shot.
any minute now. And L who is gonna shut it down, and now L, she knows that there's somebody who entered.
Swear stream
One
snipe.
kill for her, but a trade by
But you can
Cairo,
stream
and
snipe, bro,
Jaded
technically.
got
Bro, I
another
really
one
like
just
I really don't like how I'm seeing this match, bro. What are these
Look at
taps,
this,
bro?
at least Exekeys already gets 1 already, but she needs 3 more to get this
Your English is quite
win.
fluent, Are
The
thank you, dude.
spike is nowhere near her.
When is she going to
Spike is
Thailand? I don't know, man.
down there towards the stairs.
No idea.
There are 3 people guarding it. So once she does play contact, if she doesn't really isolate the duels, then this is gonna be scary for her. And Catharsis will win this out.
I'm telling you, no,
14.
do
It's
the
a
normal
7-2
accent, you
now
will kill it.
for
Bro,
the
it's
team
not
of
something that I can
Careless.
control. Just comes to that.
Even with the sort
Bathura, was it a
of
qualifier?
somewhat
Was
of
what a
dual
qualifier?
isolation, right? I mean, she was just going in for that 1v1 against Catharsis, but because Catharsis was up over by
Was
the
what a
top,
qualifier? You not going
on the other
Thailand?
side of
I don't know.
logs, there's that little bit of vertical crosshair
Who's
situation,
IGL in
which made it all
Asteria?
that much more
Shreya.
difficult for the Komurabi Hearts player.
Shreya's my
to be able to
student, bro.
secure the kill.
I'm Shreya's
Very,
coach.
very unfortunate, but well played by Couldn't Care Less.
Original
In
stream
fact, right
Twitch,
now, they're
FSL.tv.
switching things up again. Take a look at your
Twitch.tv
team map.
/FSL.
It's Jaden and she's back on B.
Well, this is the rotations at least as well.
तू नहीं बोला ना विकास को? अरे उस टाइम ही बोल दिया, क्या बात कर रहे हो? उस टाइम ही बोल दिया.
Want to get off of Sway's
उस टाइम ही बोल दिया मैं.
now, but everywhere that they go, Sway is gonna be there.
उस टाइम ही बोल दिया, वो बुला रहे हैं
With a
आपको.
boombot, so it's gonna be scary. So now they're slowing down, but the slowdown is gonna be stopped here by Sway. Another kill for her, and now this is going to be a punishment.
झूठ बोलो, बराबर
for
झूठ बोलो.
that Sova, because that's gonna be Lolita getting that kill against her. So it's a 4v4 right now. They're trying to break the doors, but where else can they go? At least there's a smoke out there for those who want to cross safely. This is going to be a regroup now.
Bye, bro. Bye,
The
bro.
team of couldn't care less towards this
Bye, bro.
because they have nowhere else to go. But there's going to be Jaded here, just waiting off again. And is it going to be another patience play by Jaded here? Catharsis is just waiting for people to cross. Sees two, gets one, and Jaded gets one for her own. Exekis gets that trade, but will there be a successful spike plant? The answer is
1
no,
HP, bro.
because Catharsis shuts her down, and Kairo 1 HP, and a very, very big dream here to get this spike down. But she doesn't really know where the Astra is. She needs to be able to look at the stairs, and this is just going to be all about timing.
It has to be, right?
Oh.
No chance at all. Kat knew that she had the advantage in this situation and just let her get away with it. In fact, because the spike was not planted, because she held on to her Vandal, she doesn't get the round loss bonus. So, yeah, you get to hold on to your Vandal for the round, but what can you do with that?
Share Prasad from Kerala. Share Prasad from Australia. It's not my stream, bro, Anurag. It's that game or the spectator sites issue.
And they
Not mine,
have
bro.
their complete arsenal
Hey,
ready
but
to destroy.
true. Guys are pretty much dominating, dude.
Enough. I mean, a Vandal can make magic for them, yes, but the
Cat
rest of the
accept
team
request, thank
members,
you.
right now, Lolita
Fucking, I
is
don't know what
just
joy you get by
not
irritating me
doing
so much.
enough against the guns of Sway there waiting for them. So they're just gonna back out. I mean, in terms of the mini-map, Jaded is just waiting here. Again with
From which country?
sorry, that
Philippines.
Odin, but Kairo is gonna catch that again. I mentioned that the Vandal can be magic for them. That's going to be a gun retrieved. At least maybe for Lolita here, who only has the classic, but Catharsis, they know that she's actually.
I don't know if you don't feel like it, don't, bro. I should not force you. I'm sorry for doing that. Just that I'm eager to look at a friend.
Sway spots out Strawberry Bagel, and now this push again. Kairo is just seems to be just punishing those who are lurking towards mid, and that's really her role right now. But looking at the attacking team, they just really want to pincer them out of their positions, and Kairo gets a fourth already. Will she be able to get the ace? But no, not necessarily, because Lolita.
Richie is not in. Richie is not even in this team, bro. Swayawala team sub Indians, bro. Hemant, no, bro. Chumma, you'll keep telling her, bro. Only Sway is Indian and Sway's team, bro. Eluvu and Mythica from Pakistan. Qatar is Jaded from Singapore and Malaysia each.
It was a safe round. They had one Vandal, but they really knew how to make it work. They were playing, I guess, a little bit more patiently in towards mid, and that is where I really love the utility of the Sova players, because they're actually able to flush certain players out of position thanks to the recon bolt. Eluwu, she wanted to make some magic happen with the operator, but this time around it's going to be Kairo just in towards mid. A little bit of counter firepower in towards Careless, and now the lockdown comes in. It's going to be the full side execute. Catharsis has no choice but to back out. They managed to destroy the lockdown with the Hunter's Fury, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. The site is already secure, and they're setting up their post-plant positions.
Yeah, in terms of the post-plant, they're set up for these crossfires to really just defend the spike, but Eluwu is going to strike back with those skills, and Catharsis already gets two with this retake. Nobody's there towards Hell, but El checks it anyway, and Morebi Kairo is spotted out by that dart. And what can they do? Exekis is defending the spike behind the wall, but Kairo gets three already, and with the timing of that shock dart,
Cash mode ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮಚ್ಚ, I'm not coming down.
Defusing the spike, but that wasn't enough. Eluwu again, the saving grace for the team of Couldn't Care Less wins them that, and that's already a 6-round deficit.
No need, bro. This lockdown is destroyable with gun. Yeah, bro, it's destroyable.
Everything in place. The stars,
yeah, it's destroyable, obviously.
Align. They use their ultimates to get onto site, but even
9-3.
spike planted.
May the god, Canada, you know Canada, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತು bro, terror.
Perfect cosmic divide.
Maybe here 1.6k likes, guys. So I was watching a stream.
Because she was basically alone. It's just not.
Sorry.
So, like you said,
Sorry guys, I
Alpha
underestimated.
she has been the player to really trade things back to help couldn't care less members out.
18.4, let's go. You guys are crazy,
to
dude.
back them up, and even if not, she has an operator sometimes in her hands, and that is very effective at controlling some space. I mean, you're
Bleach my
afraid
eyes.
to peak that, but here we go, second half now, and this time couldn't
Last
care less
model,
on the
macha agilla
offensive.
macha.
They're pushing already in
ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
towards B, in towards market, and they're looking to make a B split happen.
Yeah, nobody's guarding the B site, but they're just
No, bro, you can't.
The team of Couldn't Care Less are just making sure that nobody's here. There's no Gandalf.
They're playing full B retake. Why?
So there is going to be that successful.
Why are they playing full B retake? I don't
They're
understand.
waiting it out. The team of Komarebi, they're just patiently waiting and regrouping. But Catharsis here is going to be that distraction towards mid. Trades it off now down to a 3v3 cast here. Together with her teammates, they're just gonna use that paranoia to get that space. But no, there's going to be that
Left in a 2v2 situation, Sway and Jaded both playing towards the backside position, but the spike being planted in such a different position is going to be an advantage. But that kill can prove to be fatal, but it doesn't even matter as Sway takes one down. But K-Craft is good for one. Now it's a 1v1, and K-Craft coming in with the triple burst from the Classic as they confirm a 4-9 round towards the side of Komarobi Hearts. My heart has been pounding since I've seen the score 9-3 coming in from the side of Couldn't Care Less, because we've pretty much everybody's been there when what 9 pretty much maji bajji some see Kanda.
I have to say,
So
because
embarrassing,
like you
dude.
mentioned earlier, no Gandalf on the B side. In fact, they just, I guess, Cairo became Sauron.
I don't know, I just feel so
She
embarrassed
went
right now,
in with
dude.
the classic.
I don't know why, dude.
They
I've lost
made
confidence
happen.
itself
They
in casting.
managed
Before
to
now, I knew I
trade
was a
every
bad
single
caster, but I
player
was used
that
to cast
that
with so much
fell.
confidence.
And when it came down to
So it's not
it,
happening,
it
bro.
just became a play of like
I'm so fucking
getting
embarrassed.
to figure out your opponent's positioning and securing those frags.
And it just really was a beautiful
Damn,
retake
we made
for
him
the
sorry,
team of
bro.
Komarebi. Can they be able to sustain this now going into this bonus spy for them? At least Wu actually gets a kill already, and that's going to be just the timing not right for Komarebi Hearts as Strawberry Bagel falls down to that 4-woman rush towards the site. And now that's going to be the spike retrieved and the spike safely planted.
See, even
for
cast is
now.
also laughing.
But it's going to be a retake here. Execuise has the gun.
The
But
3
some
joke
of the
kaadra
members
charan.
of Couldn't Care Less have already picked up guns for themselves. That's going to be a beautiful dart there. Spots out the head. And Cairo here, even when they're woman down already, there's going to be that win for Komarebi Hearts. And now this is going to be maybe the start of a momentum, a start of a comeback for Komarebi Hearts.
Truly, oh my god, what a way to start.
Class में जो
comeback.
question
And
में
I
पढ़ ले,
gotta
bro.
say, Execuise with that little stylish movement and with her shock darts as well, and the Aries. If not for her, this round could have been very, very different. I mean, she did tag, I think was it LU underneath hell down to basically 1 HP, and then just doing that little like fade away, jumping off of heaven. It's incredibly fun stuff. But here we go. Yes, they managed to win the first 2 rounds. Are they going to be able to win this one, the bonus round? Now that Couldn't Care Less, they have their full weaponry, they have the Phantoms, and they're looking to start this off really aggressively in towards the A main.
And this is a similar thing that the team Couldn't Care Less was doing.
I can't switch to face cam.
Just
Yeah.
waiting it out. They're not aggressively peeking at the start of the round, but they do once they don't have enough information. That's gonna be an execute towards this a site and those beautiful paint shells. If it weren't also for LU, maybe the paint shells could have gotten that omen. But right now, Lolita is just waiting for that perfect moment for that flank, and she shuts down that killjoy. Hero is going to be leading the charge in terms of this retake, but Sway already gets one already in this push. Lolita gets one, but is it gonna be enough? It's now down to a 2v2, and thing that the Sova was low. That was
Oh, nice try,
but
dude.
that trade, beautiful by Lolita.
Nice try.
And again, as I mentioned, we're now down to a 3-round deficit. Earlier it was 6, but it was 3 rounds consecutively won by the Komarebi Hearts.
Definitely amazing stuff from Lolita back there. I mean, we're seeing it. Nice little
On
camera
facecam,
angle from our
I'm doing
observer as
something.
well. The fireworks to celebrate from Lolita.
I have a call to
The way
attend
that
anyways.
she's
I'll
been
be back.
utilizing her abilities
Shit.
is really
K-Rock
incredible
is
stuff. I mean, maybe coming from
K-Rock or
Garden,
K-Rock.
it was a little bit
I don't know how
tough
to pronounce it, but
find an angle here or
Ilja is
there,
carrying,
but
dude.
she was using her paint shells to basically kind of flush players out of position, at the same time trading and playing off of her teammates' contact. She was able to secure the quadra and definitely the round as well. So right now, if you were in the shoes of couldn't care less,
Static media.
something somewhere needs to change, because sometimes even though they're able to find opening picks and get onto sites, they're not able to secure it post-plant.
And in terms of the post plan, I mean, and their retakes are just really stopped here by the team of Komarebi Hearts, because how they're positioned is really just, I mean, how Couldn't Care Less was playing, okay, the duos, the crossfires. This is how Komarebi Hearts are now defending the site. So it's going to be impossible, not unless the team of Couldn't Care Less, okay, they have the same strategy as we did earlier. How can we now counter this? Because that's going to be Catharsis getting that kill and Lolita getting that trade. But Sway here has that Marshall, uses the paint shells again to get that advantage. But timing here, perfect, beautiful paranoia there by that Omen. But Exekis gets that kill. It's gonna be a gun picked up, but Cairo here, timing of that showstopper. Nobody's gonna die from that because the door was closed. But Cairo, KV,
Should I edit the command? Yeah, bro. Exclamation arc, just put weird esports, bro. Don't put anything else. Weird esports.
This comeback is really gonna play well if they continue with these defending strats that they do.
That's right. I mean, 2 more rounds is all they need to equalize the board, and they're looking a lot more comfortable. I mean, Couldn't Care Less. They're a team that, you know, it doesn't look like they like
Guys,
to
I'll be
sit
back,
still.
okay?
They're always moving around. Sometimes Jaded is patient, but that's only when she's defending. You know, on the attacking side, it's a little bit more difficult. She has to use her turret to maybe suss out some information somewhere. On the other hand, if we take a look at Komarebi Hearts, they don't peek. They don't push out that much. Not really. In fact, take a look at what we're seeing. We got the same setup on the B side, Sova plus Omen. Meanwhile, on A, it's same thing. Lolita all the way in towards Tree now, and she's just waiting for some push, waiting for some information, and then using utility to stall and delay them even further. And while all that happens, her teammate's there to rotate and back her up.
Yeah, but they haven't really chosen a site just yet, because the spike is all the way here in mid, but it seems like it's slowly rotating towards this A site, because they're gathered around here, the campfire of A, and they're just going to wait patiently and wait for that perfect moment to pounce and get control of that A site. But how they're grouped up now, I mean, the team of Komarebi, I think they just really want to give this A site away and then handle it through a retake, because in terms of the utility, we have the lockdown available for Cairo here at least. So the timing, I mean, here Mythica is looking for that opportunity, and this is going to be that cosmic divide placed down to try and stop anybody else from peeking. But that gravity well was just pulled by, I mean, that turret was just pulled by that gravity well. It was just funny.
Yeah, kind of hurt them for a second, but thankfully they shot it down. But here we go. It's the retake process, and they're really adamant on just pushing past this, but there is an attacking lockdown in place as well. They're looking to stick the defuse, but unfortunately for them, Catharsis with the triple sprays takes them off the spike. All that's left is Exekis, and she has to come in all the way around from the back, and that is where the footsteps will be so audible that Jaded will just shut her down. Finally, the first round that Couldn't Care Less has gotten in the start of this second half.
Yeah, after 4 rounds of wins for Komarebi, finally Couldn't Care Less gets one, and maybe that was a win that could stop the momentum of Komarebi. I mean, it was almost down to evening it out to a 99, but they just really had a wake-up call. Okay, I think they're winning so much rounds, taking rounds away from us, so we have to get this win now. And in terms of their attacks, I think this is how they should be really playing the post plants, maybe a little bit away from the spike, and then just holding it down through the sprays as Catharsis did. Now it's going to be a B split, supposedly, but that's going to be a shutdown now for Kiro as she spots out the head of that Raze.
Smoke came, I guess, a little bit late, and she had the perfect pixel angle. Cairo able to secure the frag, and right now, I mean, down a player, it's gonna hurt. Couldn't care less, because it makes it all that much more difficult if you're looking in terms of numbers. I mean, the trades won't be as strong now. In fact, they lose 2 more players in the process. All that's left are the players in towards B main, and that's something that okicici has already figured out. Her recon vault got all that information, and Corsair Hearts should know this. Still, though, I mean, look at the way that they're playing right now. Not budging at all. In fact, the only one that's going to receive them is Strawberry Bagel. She hears the footsteps, immediately drops the hot hands to just stall them a little second further, get the rotations going in. She's hiding on the other side of the corner of the blaze. They didn't expect it. She peeks out, but Sova will be able to take her down. That's Mythica. She got traded off because of Cass. Spike goes down, but it's all up to Jaded. Sees the peek coming in from heaven, takes her down. That's a double now. All that's left is okicici. She goes in for the spray, and she connects it into her headshot. okicici saves the day for Corsair Hearts.
Oh, well, that was just beautiful. A beautiful retake and quite a risky play there. Just pushing off towards tree to get that advantage of heaven. That heaven space is very, very important for the defenders, so they wanted to take it away from them. But of course, that aggression is punished here by the team of Komarebi. They already know how the team of CCL are playing, so they have a little bit of a read now on how they should be defending these sites. I mean, they're not giving them the early pickoff, which is good, because once they're man down, I mean, Komarebi does really crumble to pieces, but now they're playing together, they're saving each other from these trades, and this has been working well for the team of Komarebi.
It's looking really good. In fact, they're doing the same thing right now, just basically letting them run onto the site. Meanwhile, they'll just be able to play retakes. In fact, because they have the better guns, it's not going to be that difficult for them to secure this retake. But you gotta take into account the ultimates in hand. Couldn't care less, if I'm not wrong. Mythica has the Hunter Spear. That's why she's all the way over by A main. If they try to take the spike down, it's not going to be that easy. In fact, 2 players in towards Hell is a difficult angle to push in as well. But working off of the run it back, that's the Hunter Spear denied. All that's left, Jaded plus El Uwu, so far off the site. I don't think that lineup's going to land in time.
Yeah, it wasn't enough time to land that.
मैंने क्या किया? Satchel को miss किया क्या?
Kill already, and that was what the Hunter's Fury denied for couldn't care less in terms of that post plant, but they do have that lockdown now available for them to take maybe the B site, because that's where the lockdown is most effective. If you use it towards A, you have a little bit of space there.
I don't think I
towards,
can
heaven
completely stream this, guys.
but
I think after map 1 I leave if you guys don't mind. Is it okay for y'all? Because I have my badminton session, bro. I can't miss it. I can't miss my badminton session, bro.
So I guess in terms of this attack, they do have a little bit of an advantage, but it really is down to how Komarebi will.
Is it okay if you guys? I'll drop the Twitch link.
Truly is. I mean, just going off of theories.
Oh, by the way, guys, tomorrow morning stream won't be early morning because the stream we're doing a watch party tomorrow morning again. Oh, Sova's Mythica. We're doing a stream tomorrow morning again. Game changer, bro. We're doing a tomorrow morning stream at.
One thing that I'm really curious about is Sway.
No, then doesn't matter to me, bro. Just being considerate. If you say no means it's okay. Your problem. When is your badminton session? 8 o'clock, bro. Like I need to go home, change. All my equipment is at home, bro. My racket and my shoes are at home.
Slapped down by Cairo, something that she did not expect. So even though the ultimate
tomorrow there'll be the stream of 9:30. Tomorrow stream will be at 9:30 because
toughest hold of their lives. You got 5 players to look out for, and you only got 3 players to work with.
And Cass actually gets that kill against L, and now that Hunter's Free doesn't really catch somebody with Catharsis will, though. Gets 3k for that round.
9:30 AM tomorrow watch party of our Asteria one more match. Asteria versus the winner of this match, which will be CCL.
They were fake, but it wasn't enough because they have.
Are you mad? I'm not mad, bro.
This is gonna be the
Just
hardest hold of their
sorry, bro.
lives. But there was the Hunter's Fury used. Doesn't really catch anybody else. So that was just really more of a waste for the team.
Or you guys want me to stream in the morning? No, bro. I'll actually start stream at 9:30 only.
Now to buy out, it's not gonna be enough for maybe a win. Are they gonna give the lead now to Komarebi because the score is 10-10?
Exactly, and the momentum on the side of Komarebi Hearts as well. I don't know how Couldn't Care Less could possibly swing things back into their favor.
Abdeep, Philippines, bro. It's a Filipinian team.
This is where Komarebi Hearts already has the perfect setup. But to start things off, really well played shots by LU with the Spectre, and then Sway to back her up. It's
Don't
going
go
to
for
be
the
that much
gunner
more
position.
difficult as the rotations come in, though. Glass was broken, and immediately.
I'll watch party, yeah, bro.
swapped
Tomorrow
the
morning,
angle.
9:30.
LU might have been able to sneak under Jenny, but I don't know if she knows that Cass is above. She's down to 45 HP as well. That means 2 bullets, and she's basically dead. So it all comes down to how well timed Komarebi Hearts' retake are.
And this is going to be a tricky thing because they're all grouped up in hell and
There's so,
Cass is
bro,
just
lag, bro.
waiting,
She's playing on
watching
120 ping.
overhead. But I mean, they were able to just exit and just
FSL, yeah, bro.
push through.
Is this the female
and
tournament or
exit
yes, it
now
is.
towards maybe a route.
I think so. Don't wanna
What?
play.
They're double
Wanna play.
backing.
What?
And
I don't
they're
understand.
maybe getting Cairo first to get this win already, but there's going to be 20 seconds left on the clock. It's a 2v2, but what they're doing now is just pinching here the person in heaven. There's
Time.
trade at least for Jaden.
Go, run.
Everything. There's just 5 seconds left right now. Enough time for that plant.
Oh, nice.
Is it time now? Is there enough time for the reposition, Lolita?
ठीक है LCQ का भी watch party करो वो rights पता नहीं चलेगा कि you work out I do, bro.
Where the spike is planted.
I don't look
To
like I do,
know
don't I?
Where she is, her opponent is right now.
Oh no!
The spray for Lolita.
Such an important round, dude. FSL full form. I think I have no idea, bro. I don't want to mess it up.
That was absolutely incredible. It's almost it's skilled, but it's also kind of lucky, right? I mean, when it comes down to a play like that, it's really 50-50. Jaded could have won that. Lolita could have won that as well, but I think Jaded was banking on the fact that Lolita has to drop. Maybe, just maybe, that would give her somewhat of an advantage, but unfortunately for Jaded, I guess her shots weren't able to connect, and Lolita had a little bit higher HP, so coming down to this is another 4 consecutive
PCT के लिए riot से permission लेना
feeling
पड़ेगा.
very, very
Not really. You
confident.
could take it from
Setups are
dominant organizers.
changing
Like
once
how I
more.
took it from FSL instead of getting permission from Riot themselves.
Answer for Couldn't Care Less. They haven't been able to secure rounds.
Soa कौन है?
completely
Soa
at
is
all
Mythica.
in this attacking side.
They've tried mid, but that cheeky angle just really
Hi,
stopped
sir.
it. It all boils down to a perfectly executed
I do,
smoke
I
attempt
do.
to try and get
I da
mid,
ghost.
but those
So is Ayesha, yeah, Mythica.
is not gonna get anybody just yet, but at least the boombot spots here. L is gonna fight for her life as there will be a showstopper here by Lolita.
Bathura, what are you doing to get
2
slim?
kills already for the
I don't know,
team
bro.
of
I'm
Couldn't
working
Care
out.
Less as they
But
try
working
and
out as in I'm
force
having
this
badminton
site.
sessions.
That's going to be a free plant now because nobody else is defending this B site, and that is just a beautiful cosmic divide here. It's gonna delay things at least in terms of those 2 who are the ones near the spike, because a lot of them are away, but that strawberry bagel punishing that person who is staying back of that wall. So this is going to be a retake now for Komarebi Hearts. Way has tagged up somebody in that B side. Pero right now, Exekeys is gonna get that kill as well. She's down, and this is going to be a retake of their lives, and it's going to be a successful one to say the least, because Komarebi
Or 12-10,
already
dude.
gets match point after this defuse.
GG.
Wow. After what? 6
GG's.
rounds of, I mean, a 6-round deficit in the first half.
So it's a female only type. Yeah, bro.
Match
It's a women.
point.
It's a women's tournament.
Komarebi are doing well. in
कैसे हो?
terms
मैं
of
तो एकदम बढ़िया हूँ, bro. आप
defenses, and
बताओ.
the retakes executed perfectly.
100%. Absolutely perfect. Couldn't care
It's
less.
okay, Sway.
Are
Come back.
unable to secure
But to God knows,
the
bros,
sides
they would have already,
at
they would have
all. I
won
mean,
that.
throw in a cosmic
Oh.
divide, throw in a 2-player hold from Boathouse, and they still can't do it.
Mythica is from
Hearts
Pakistan.
Are just that good. They get the opening picks. They have the numbers advantage. They go in together as a team.
So already in
use
chat, I know, I saw.
everything that they've got at their disposal.
Sova had like 0 impact this game. It's very easy for us to judge from the viewership point of view, bro. But there's a lot which goes in game, no, bro. So I don't think that's one of quite statement to us.
Answer, and this time it's in towards A with a split push, but they're already met with quite a bit of resistance. They want to push past the door, but they got to deal with Lolita as well as Strawberry Bagel trying to push past the smoke. It's going to be Lolita who meets them. The trades come in, and of course,
don't worry, Sway. Don't disappoint me, dude. I on CCL as a stay tomorrow, and you got it, okay? Got it.
How much can this possibly?
Whenever you're in a clutch situation, just say Lord Bathura, Lord Bathura, Lord Bathura. You guys will clutch.
Just buy them that time, and the good thing about this is that was the run it back wasted already.
Don't know, bro.
Try and hold on to dear life, but right now this is going to be a retake of Komarebi. Will this now be a win for them? Mythica is just holding down her ground in this A side while the two members are set up for their crossfires, and that's Kiro with 1 kill already, and now the lockdown is in place. Is it gonna be a spray down? It is, and now Komarebi Hearts get map number 1 of Ascent. It was such a beautiful comeback. As soon as they won that pistol round, they were able to get through that series of losses that they encountered.
Okay, nice try.
Oh my god. Remind me again, wait, what was the score at the end of the first half? Wasn't it something like 9-3? They managed to come back all the way, and I guess this is where you gotta think, is 1 week really enough to prepare for couldn't care less? Yes, they made it through group stages, but now against a team like Komarebi Hearts, even on a map like Ascent, which I guess both teams are quite experienced on, it's not the easiest thing to do. That said, though, they did look pretty comfortable on the defending side, and in fact, take a look at the scoreboard. Most of their players are, getting quite a number of frags. It only came down to the fact that their attacking strategies just weren't quite there.
Yeah. And looking at the scoreboard, Kiro has 30 kills. She dropped that 30 for this round. I mean, it just really proves how powerful a killjoy can be. I mean, even during their attacking rounds, she seems to be the one holding the ground for the team. But it's well balanced for the team of CCL. The good thing about this is the teamwork for Komarebi during the defense really got them that win, helped them secure map number 1. And how much assistance also Mythica was able to give. Looking at how many assists she has 14 assists. So it just really means that the use of the utilities for CCL was spot on. It's just that it came down to how are they going to shut down the crossfires of Komarebi? The Gandalf plays of Kiro there in the A side. So that wasn't really answered during that map of Ascent, but maybe there's going to be an answer for them now in the next match.
Hopefully it will, because the next map is going to be none other than Split. However, that is Komarebi's map pick, so I don't know how comfortable Couldn't Care Less can be on Split, but they need to be able to pull off a win. If not, they get sent into the lower brackets where, I don't know, maybe that's what they kind of want as well, because they're separated from their sister, well, I guess sort of sister team, Couldn't Care Less, Asteria. Maybe that's what they're going for, but regardless, this shows that, Komarebi Hearts, whatever you want to say about them, maybe they came from the lower brackets. They're a team from the Philippines as well. They've got so many different things, maybe not so well on the attacking side again, but when it comes down to it, when it comes down to defense, they are able to pull off this huge comeback. And Couldn't Care Less, I don't know, I think it's time to maybe do a little bit more preparation, right? They need some kind of an execute or something that actually secures them wins on the attacking side, because the one round that they actually did that they actually were able to win on attack was when they went in with those blast pack plays, when they went in like just full rush, full Hail Mary in towards the B site. If not for that, then I don't know what else they got. But next map, Split. I don't know. Any thoughts before we go for a break?
Well, this is actually one of the favorite maps of Komorebi Hearts. They've always won in maps of Ascent and Bind and Split. And I think they do want to secure this map already because the third map, the decider, if ever, will be the map of Haven. And they haven't really won a map of Haven thus far. So I think they're so excited to finish things through, make this a 2-0. But again, there is still CCL maybe gaining that ground for them. This might be your map pick, but this is our map win. That might be also their defense.
Very, very possible. This could be a potential Komorebi 2-0, but who knows what will happen? We just have to wait and see. So, people at home, when you're watching, do not go away. We'll just be going for a quick break. But after this, it's going to be Split. It's going to be Komorebi Hearts versus Couldn't Care Less. Is it going to be a 2-0? We'll see. But after this, it's going to be Split. And welcome back, folks, to the FSL Valorant circuit. FSL Valorant Wildcard, VCT Game Changers Southeast Asia. This is map number 2 of Couldn't Care Less versus Komarebi Hearts. I'm your caster, Hamquack, and with me is the Donut. What do you have to say about this next map, which is, you know, like we said earlier on, it's going to be split.
I mean, with all of the tight corners here in terms of the picks now, I mean, given the performance of Kiro earlier, for sure she'll be picking up that Killjoy again for this one, or maybe opting for that Sage as a resident sentinel of this map of Split. But again, this is the pick of the team of Komarebi Hearts, so they might be able to secure this down to a 2-0. But couldn't care less be giving that away for free. Of course not. They have to put up a fight. And in terms of their defense, it was beautiful. But it was just really a turnaround for the team of Komarebi Hearts when they won that pistol round. It was just a domino effect. They got that win. Okay, they had that positive mental state that they could be able to get this win. And what, a series of rounds, 4 rounds, and then a loss, just one, but then a third one again. So I guess that's all. It all boils down to the momentum of the team, because I think both of these teams are momentum based, and given how the scoreline is really shown, a win and then after another consecutive ones. Then, how about you? What do you think?
I have to agree, all right? Like, it's really momentum based for them. When they start to chain rounds together, then they get the hot hands. They feel really comfortable. They feel confident to go for these peaks. I mean, that's what we see from Couldn't Care Less when they started out on the attack. You know, even if they're defending, they still love to go for those pushes and using paint shells, using their utility, like we saw at the end of the scoreboard. They had so many assists. They had so many usage out of their abilities, and it really helps them to control the game. But on towards the attacking side, and then you got Komarebi defending, that's when those teams, those girls, start to feel more comfortable because they were able to win rounds back to back. You know, first things off, pistol, and that's it was a really close one. If you remember, it came down to Cairo to really close it out for her team. And then they were able to chain those rounds back to back. They got the momentum going, and when they're confident, they don't really push that much, but they're able to land their shots very, very accurately. I mean, we got to remember that one angle that I believe it was Cairo who had from her own defender spawn in towards market. A lot of these different setups that they had, you know, especially in towards garden as well. All these different plays came into effect for Komarebi Hearts. So it's a little bit of that momentum, a little bit of confidence, but you start to see that slight difference, right? Couldn't Care Less. They seem like they just can't sit still. They love to push. They need to find something. And once they get in towards the site, they get the spike down, the defense just seems to fizzle out. But on their defending side, when they push out, they get those wins. So I don't know how they're going to be able to adjust in towards a map like Split, but it's something that they really need to look into.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because how Komarebi Hearts would usually play, especially during that defense, those crossfires always, and them just playing back, playing contact once they have information. That was a smart move for them in terms of their defense. And for a map like Split, especially, you have lots of corners to check. Then, I mean, you really have to be checking those corners, looking left and right, because there might be a crossfire that are set up for the team of Komarebi Hearts, right? And it's also down to how they level it out in terms of their duels, because initially, during their attack, Komarebi wasn't really winning those duels, most of the duels that they've seen. I mean, looking at the scoreboard, it was Cairo on top, but the rest of the team members of CCL just right below her. So exactly. I guess that's all gonna come down to how they would win the duels, and Couldn't Care Less. They seem to be on point in terms of winning those. I think it just boiled down to the indecisiveness in terms of selecting a site and executing their strategies. And for a map like Split, if you're starting out on attack, then that's going to be a little bit shaky. Sometimes a lot of the teams would just say, okay, let's just maybe attack first, and then we'll just really run them down during the defense, because it's easier to defend Split. That's going to be the theory overall, but it all boils down to like who really will be the ones attacking first.
Exactly, and let's take a look, because the ones who are attacking first is going to be none other than CCL, so it doesn't really bode too well for those girls, but I still want to believe, because okay, let's just kind of make some theories for a second, right? Of course, Cairo performing exceptionally well as the Killjoy. I could see her locking down a site like B on split all on her own. I mean, turrets, you got the nanoswarm, you got the alarm bot. She could just place them somewhere and basically back off completely. Hold it from somewhere like maybe B Heaven, maybe somewhere towards the back of side behind the pillars, and just, you know, if she senses danger, she could go back into its spawn towards stairs and then come in from heaven. But at the same time, if you do something like that, yes, you got all that Killjoy utility, but if, and this is a big if, couldn't care less, word that decisive, they go in with a huge aggressive play. Like, I don't know if they're going to go with Jet this time, but we've seen Sway on the Raze, and she could go for plays with the double satchel, right? And that could allow them entry onto the B site. And once they get that, they're able to lock it down. It becomes that much more difficult for Corsair Rebby Hearts to potentially, I guess, retake. You know, you might have someone satcheling out of garage, but then you could also have players push out towards mid and make it a huge B split. It could be difficult for Corsair Rebby Hearts to defend here. But then again, it's just a theory. I mean, I'm a quack, so I don't know. Corsair Rebby Hearts could have a lot more contingency plans in place aside from just a Killjoy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, having maybe the combination of a Sage and a Killjoy locking down the B site, like walling off the B, I mean, towards B Heaven, right? If you have a wall there and then you have all of the Killjoy utilities really invested towards B main, it's probably impenetrable. And then everybody else can just really play around the duels towards that A main part of the map. So I guess that's a little bit of a flexibility in terms of how they play, but how they would usually execute the defense, they just don't want to stick to the sites that they would usually own, right? So we saw Cairo and as well as the Killjoy of Couldn't Care Less really just mixing it up in terms of their in terms of the utilities. So it's really quite hard and unpredictable now for whoever's attacking where their utilities are at. So it's not necessarily these unpredictability that we will be looking at now. And looking at the draft for the map of Split, as I mentioned, there's always going to be a Sage and a Killjoy combination for them. And for the rest of the team members of CCL, are we seeing a breach now? This is exciting.
I know, right? It's something that I wasn't quite. I mean, we were talking about unexpected things. A breach is definitely unexpected. Your predictions for Corsair Rebby Hearts were basically 100% accurate, because we do see the Killjoy, we see the Sage, we see Strawberry Bagel and Reyna this time instead of Phoenix. But on the other side, Couldn't Care Less, I don't know what they're thinking, but this is going to be a very, very interesting one. In fact, if I'm not wrong, they brought out one of their subs in for this game, and hopefully, I think they were suffering some connection issues as well. Maybe that will balance things out a little bit. But yeah, Astra Viper combo, you got the breach as well, and then 2 Sentinels, 0 duelists. Is this the play, Donut? Will this work out for them?
Well, they have the breach to try and displace the members, but without really that entry for the team, I don't really know how they can execute these attacks. But they might have something up their sleeves now as they try to go towards this mid part of the site. Because I think mid control is very important in this map, so they chose to have that breach. So, but without a jet dash to try and convert those flashpoints to a kill, I think this is gonna be quite shaky for the team of CCL.
I want to agree, but I still want to try and believe and see what they have in store because they must have picked this for a reason. Okay, flashpoint in towards mailroom to kind of maybe give off some false information. But look at this, Corsair Hearts again. They don't budge. They sense all of that danger, but they just stay put. The right clicks connect, and we got Lolita plus Strawberry Bagel to find a couple more kills, and then Lolita to secure the final one on towards Catharsis. No matter what Couldn't Care Less throws at them, they are not afraid. They are that confident right now that you have Cairo still holding over by a Heaven. You got Lolita just coming in towards a ramp. It's just they're not shaken.
Yeah, they're not yet. They're not at all. Well, you haven't seen the beauty of this pick just yet, because that was just a pistol round. Maybe we'll see an execute towards the third round when they already have the guns out for them. But right now, this is really, really tight mid control for the team of Komarebi Hearts, as they have walled off mid already, since they do have just those pistols. Of course, this is gonna take a little while for them to break it, but in terms of the push now, it's gonna be a P-split looking where they are at the map.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I mean, you had the wall up, but she immediately backed off and she stuck together with her teammate, that's Strawberry Bagel, in towards B Heaven now. Meanwhile, Couldn't Care Less, they're trying to find whatever they can, but it's not easy at all. We have Al Uwu pushing in towards past Mailroom, where she gets taken out by the Spectres. In towards Garage as well. I mean, we got Mythica trying to push past this in towards B. She's basically under Heaven, under Rafters, but is that going to actually be enough? Her teammate drops, and then what is she going to do?
Yeah, Mythica, she managed to sneak her way in towards this site, but that's not gonna get... I mean, Sway already gets a kill as that Viper, but this flashpoint so beautiful to try and give them time for that plant. But right now, Hero is gonna rush in, maybe get that kill already. Even though they had the Spectres, they were just unstoppable against Hero's Ghost. And the rest of the team members of Komarebi, very, very healthy by going on to the next, because they can just really pass up for this bonus. Maybe give a ghost or a pistol to the fallen sage over here, Exekis. So this is gonna be now shaky for them, given that Phantoms and Vandals have been prepared now by the team of CCL.
Then again, though, it seems like Komarebi Hearts are just a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, they got the Fallen player. They do have quite a bit of economy, so I mean, then again, even if they lose this round, it's not the worst thing in the world. Couldn't Care Less in the background. They just wanted to go in for that spike plant. So I think everyone's happy for the time being, but now into third. They're going in towards mid this time. It's Mailroom that gets walled off, or well, the Heaven. So there's quite a bit of freedom for Couldn't Care Less. Question is, what are they looking to do exactly?
Well, there's a smoke now covering, so that freedom is just given to them. But if they do rotate towards A Heaven, they will be greeted by a lot of Killjoy's utility, so they have to be careful about this. And looking at how they're pushing, maybe a flashpoint now will displace Strawberry Bagel. They have to be careful because she's just holding this top angle. She is able to get one, and Exeki's there with another, even though she just has that frenzy.
I am not quite sure what I just witnessed, but she managed to get away. We have the frenzy kill as well, but finally some sense of normalcy. We have the frags coming in. We have Mythica trying to block them off with her fault line. It doesn't quite connect that much though, as Cass pushes up front along with Lolita. They make it a trade, and now we're down to this 1v1. Fnatic, the player all on her own by Garage. She has the firepower, and she will be able to secure Cass. And there it is, the bonus round denied for Komarebi Hearts.
Yeah, while it was denied, that's still very costly for the team of CCL. Like, going into this round, they may have won it, but they lost in terms of the economy, because now they just have at least Phantoms and Vandals for them to use, but some of them might be short in terms of the utility, as some have already bought up half armor only. So that's gonna be a tricky thing right now. But in terms of that bonus, Komarebi able to buy up now. So this is going to be a little bit of aggression now towards A main to get and secure that orb. But again, it's always going to be mid control because their lineup is really fit for mid control.
Absolutely fit. I mean, you got the wall, but instantly a panel gets taken off, and they have the option to, maybe try to flush someone out with the snake bite, maybe use a gravity well. If not, maybe the breach could be there to allow them to push past the slow orbs once it dissipates. But here we go, executes. They're looking a lot more decisive now in towards the B site. Rolling Thunder doesn't connect onto anyone though, and in fact it really looks like Corsair Heavy Hearts just want to let them get the spike planted. Meanwhile, they're going to set up for retakes. They take Catharsis down by mid, and that is a great start in for this.
And looking at this retake, there's still 5 healthy now. And now Lolita is just charging through. She just doesn't really check the corner. And now Mythica actually just punishes that one. But Strawberry Bagel able to redeem her fallen comrade. And this is going to be a retake of a lifetime here. And Kero was able to get that kill, that fast peaks, and now it's gonna be Kero winning that duel. She just was out for that hunt, and that is the spike already halved, so she does have time, and it's a 3-1.
Came pretty close, but unfortunately for Sway, Kero was just a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper, and it might also have been down to a little bit of ping difference, but whatever it was, couldn't care less had that interesting post-plant setup. I'm not sure if you caught, but the El Ubu's wall was one that allowed her to come up with a kind of a pseudo double stack setup. Unfortunately, though, it still just wasn't enough because Corsair Heavy Hearts are that comfortable. They had their utilities, they went in for it, secured the backside, and then all they had to do was to secure the gunfights in towards Garage. They knew where they were, and that's why they were able to find all of those frags. But now, whatever it is, in towards round number 5, you got the same setup from Corsair Heavy Hearts, and they are still not moving at all. I mean, couldn't care less. I don't know if they're thinking of that counter wall boost, but once they get popped up, it's just going to be an easy shot for Strawberry Bagel as well as Exekis.
Yeah, and it's funny how they always would want to give B main instead of Heaven. So this wall is going to expire any minute now, and that's going to be the execute of the team of CCL with that breach. So they're just walking in, and Strawberry Bagel gets that kill, and that's going to be a dismiss, and the Empress now online. She spots out. Here, Fnatic is down, and that's an instant rotation towards this A site, and that's only Cass here guarding it, and that's gonna be a dual one by Cass, a trade there by Catharsis, but is that going to be enough? It's not, because Kero will finish things off. It's a 4-1 now. Again, 2 straight rounds in terms of Komarebi. It's going to be momentum again back in their favor.
I know, right? I mean, they're winning these rounds. They're reading couldn't care less so well. I mean, whatever it is that they throw at them, we're starting to see a repeat in what we saw from Ascent. Corsair Heavy Hearts on the defending side, they're not moving at all. They're very confident about what they have, what their potential abilities are, that they just stay put. You got the setups, you got the walls, and even if they try to push past it, you got Strawberry Bagel to find a couple of frags, immediately popping the Empress. And at the same time, Exekis is there to just swing off of her contact to back her up. This time around, couldn't care less with the firepower. They're looking to push a little bit more decisively in towards A Heaven. It's been smoked off, but look at what's happening on the minimap. Already, the players are rotating in towards screen. So even if they break down, drop off of A Heaven, they need to deal with 2 more players before they are able to secure the site. In fact, lockdown getting deployed, they're trying to push into it, and that's where the spray down from Strawberry Bagel will be able to take them down. El Uwu trying to have a spray down of her own as well. She picks up a double, and that is a little bit more trouble for Couldn't Care Less. They're going in for this, and it's going to be Strawberry Bagel from the back. She gets the overheal, and right now it's just a matter of time before the full retake comes in.
And there's that res from Komorebi, now down to a 4v2. Is still also have that showstopper, and she's gonna be crawling her way in. She doesn't get that kill. Fnatic gets one for herself. Exekis though gets another, and Cairo is always going to be that finisher for the team, and it's now a 5-1. They're getting their momentum and they're getting the points here and there. Again, Komorebi couldn't care less. They need to be a little bit careful. They were decisive where they would want to push, but the execute wasn't really as clean because they just walked through their own smoke and they were just denied entry by Strawberry Bagel.
Exactly. It's so difficult. They might have secured passage onto the site, but it seems like that's exactly what Komorebi Hearts wants them to do. The fact that they're playing so far back, so defensively, is to really welcome Couldn't Care Less onto the site, right? They're just playing retakes. Almost every single one of these round wins are retake wins from Komorebi Hearts. So I think coming into this now, this is where Couldn't Care Less need to bait out a little bit more utility from Komorebi Hearts. Take some of these fights before they get the spike down, because the retakes have been the difficult thing for Couldn't Care Less. In fact, this is a great start, already taking 2 players down now. They're continuing on with this momentum. It's going to be Sway who backs up and gets the trade for a teammate, and then they get the spike down, plus the Viper's Pit. How do you retake this now, Komorebi Hearts?
Well, you still have that Reyna, and that's going to be a kill for her, at least. Perfect timing for that peek. They were caught off guard, but there is a mountain of doom here right now. But Cairo is gonna spot out Sway. Sway will get that kill. At least Sway is very low. Catharsis as well. So there is a possibility for Strawberry Bagel to get this, as long as she gets one to bait out that peek. This is scary if they only see what we see now. At least that was a kill for her from behind, and she knows now where the player is, so Sway will just back off. They need the time. They need enough time for this defuse, and she's gonna just get that spray, but Sway will not back away. She just chooses to get that kill. Wow.
Man. Sway, she's got eyes in her veins. Could have lost her life, could have gotten a little bit too jittery, but she did not buckle. As soon as a little bit of spray came out from Cairo, I think, she immediately backs off just to play that extra bit of time. And even coming down to it, I don't know if she had that like game sense or whatever it was, but there was a little bit of that extra spray. She got off at the once the defuse got to halfway. And then Sway just waited for the extra spray before coming in to finally secure the kill and to secure the round win. Incredible stuff from Couldn't Care Less, and this is what they need. A little bit more decisive, a little bit more firepower to take these fights head on and then push onto site. Playing off of the Cosmic Divide now, they might be able to get the spike down again, but I don't know how the retakes will work out for Komorebi Hearts. We do have the wall already taken out. Paint Shells was used as well from Lolita.
There's a lot at stake here. I mean, the postman is beautiful. There are 2 on towards its site, but 3 guarding it from the garage area. And that El Ubu already gets 1 against Cass. But Catharsis, Strawberry Bagel doesn't really check the corner, but Cairo does and gets that kill. So they have enough time, maybe, but a lot of slowdown utility is being poured on towards that spike. And another snake bite to delay everything else. Cairo knows that she doesn't really have enough time, so she's just gonna exit through. But she dies to the spike. Unfortunate for her. She just really wanted to save, but it wasn't enough time.
Not enough time, but not too bad. They managed to secure another round win for Couldn't Care Less, and that's the decisiveness that they need to start chaining these rounds back to back. So 2 rounds now. Will they be able to get the 3rd and potentially bring us back to a 5-5? Komorebi Hearts right now, I mean, you know, this is where they need to change things up a little. In fact, that's what they're trying to do now. It's going to be a bit of a half buy. I do see some marshals, some sheriffs. In fact, stacking up on the B side, almost 2 on Heaven, 2 towards the B side itself. That could be something that they could use to stall and delay the spike plant even further.
Well, in terms of the delay now, Kairo is doing her best with all of the utility, but the team of Komarebi, they're not seeing anything with that Viper smoke, and now they also have no vision because the wall is just really behind them. Now LU gets that kill, that Battle Sage now against that other Battle Sage, but this position is beautiful, although she will be caught off guard. There's that utility again. I think this is what it's made for. I think this is really the reason why they picked these agents. It's really to win these post plants. Because imagine you have that utility from Breach, you're being thrown snake bites all the time, and that first round of defense of that spike was LU. The rest should be able to just survive and use the utility to delay that defuse.
It's starting to work out beautifully, right? 0 duelists, but you have all the post-plant setups in the world. You got snake bites, you got nanoswarms, you got potentially an aftershock, maybe even a gravity well just to pull them off the spike defuse. That is exactly what this composition is for, but the problem is they need to be able to find an entry and basically get the spike down and then have enough time to get into position for those post-plant setups. But right now, with the attacking lockdown, they go into the site. Spike not down yet, though. They're trying to get it in, but it's currently being stopped. There's a bit of resistance because of the paranoia, the paint shells. Still, they don't quite connect, but oh no! A little bit of a collision course. It allows for Kairo to pick up double kill, and now Catharsis swings things back for a bit. But is it going to be enough, though? Kairo's still out. She smells blood, and she wants even more. She goes in, she gets the quadra! And Exaki is getting another kill in towards Garage as well. They come in the full death squad. This time, no post-plant setups for Couldn't Care Less.
Yeah, they just gave it away. I mean, they gave the site away because of the lockdown. At least they had to back out. But once the lockdown was finished, they all had positions that really gained them that advantage. And Kairo was just holding that part of the B site. Okay, and little did they know there was that gap between the wall, and that was just that impact kill Kairo was able to give for them to win it out, because they already had at least space within the map, and it was a 5v5 at that point. So that's gonna be scary for the retake. Imagine how much utility is gonna be poured out to you, but Kairo was able to get those impact kills, and I think this is what Komarebi needs now. Maybe deny the entry, as you mentioned, because they don't really have that duelist. Deny the entry and get to kill those who are trying to slow this down. But looking at this, they did try to counter the wall, but that's
Slightly
gonna be an
different,
entry.
though. Okay. She's trying to sell a fake because the rest of the team are going in towards the A site. She does a little bit of damage, but not really connecting on towards a kill. In fact, it's going to be Kairo again, the Gandalf. She's on the A site. She might not have delayed the spike plant, but she was able to pick off a kill, and that really weakens Couldn't Care Less's post plant. They're trying to go in to stop that lockdown, though, but they can't. Fear Rank that goes in. She gets met by Kairo's crosshair, and right now Lolita with a showstopper just pushing off LU. No chance you want to peek this. In fact, she pushes past the smoke, but she gets met with the Phantom. So here we go. Another win for Komarebi Hearts, but going into this one, it's the last round of the first half, and I don't know what Couldn't Care Less could do.
Well, we're seeing a similar scenario here, but it's just Couldn't Care Less defending first, at least for the map of Ascent. But is it gonna carry out and maybe turn it around for the second half? But looking at how the team of Komarebi Hearts are defending the site, I mean, as you mentioned, like really, Kairo was a Gandalf of that site. So even though they tried to sell a fake, Kairo will always be that anchor to try and stop the push from that A site. And this is going to be scary because this is going to be quite a default play now for CCL, but they're going to double back. They're just going to show their faces on the A site, but they want to go back to B. But there are 3 people guarding B right now. So this is going to be quite tricky for them.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at, assuming that they don't have the vision that we do, Couldn't Care Less they don't have all that much information. A little bit of that wall might be essential
Sorry,
for
guys.
Mythica to assume that
Sorry,
there's a
guys. I'm back.
possibility that
I had
XG's
to
could have
go and
boosted
come back.
herself up in towards the left side, and she would be right. But
I'm back.
again,
Sorry.
pushing past that, if you don't have the smokes, it's a full-on crossfire. Oh, she did not check it. The Rolling Thunder doesn't connect, and in fact, that allows for XG's to pick up the quick double kill. Instant trades, though, by Mythica, and is it going to be enough? She goes in, she wants to get the spike down, but there's still a little bit more utility to deal with. The paranoia flushes them back a little bit, and they get basically stuck towards this half the site. Cosmic Divide up now at this very point in time will give them a little bit extra space. They could push in towards the back side to set up for some kind of a crossfire. But at the same time, 15 seconds past this, and Chroma Every Hearts are going in for the execution. They get met with the crossfire, and it's all up to Cairo now. She picks up yet another kill in towards Garage, and it's down to the 1v1. Goes
Bro, this female is insane, bro.
Shot. Perfect accuracy. Perfect fire control.
This female is insane, dude.
She takes the round win, 8-4 at the end of the
Oh
first
my
half.
god.
It's really unthinkable that if you think that it's
Oh
already
my god, bro. This female is insane, dude.
Kira manages to make it winnable for her, like how she just really does play it smart. So given that, okay, they have information.
That female is
on who
insane, dude.
The opponents are. It's just the magic of Gero in terms of not just being a Gandalf, I mean, not just being the Killjoy, but also that clutch master for Komerebi Hearts. But again, this is something that CCL should be thinking of right now during this defense, because their composition is very, very powerful in terms of attack for those post plants. But right now, in terms of this defense, at least you have that Sage wall to try and slow things down, and also that Viper wall towards mid. But that's gonna be a paint shell just to displace.
bro,
with just for, I mean, you can't just take that orb for free. You
Guys,
have to
fill me
really
in. This is
get
the
a
second
little
map,
bit of
right?
damage from my paint shell.
The second map था ना?
So
ये Komerebi Hearts का
you
pick है.
trade the heal for the orb, and you force your opponent to spend paint shells a little bit. Not the worst thing in the world, okay? She's trying to play the long game. She might be able to build up towards the res a lot faster than what Komerebi Hearts could pull off, but at the same time, this is already information for Komerebi Hearts. They know that there is a Sage setup in towards B. There is a potential that the A side is the weaker one. and they would
Thanks,
be
Mami.
right. The question is, how much time are
நிறைய
they
நாள்
going to
கழிச்சு
spend
300 ரூபா கொடுத்து
get towards that point?
The
For
first
now,
map was
you
won
got
by
two players
Komerebi Hearts.
just kind of hovering over B, hovering over mid. She instantly gets one tapped by Sway, and that's going to be a painful one. Could be the same setup that we saw previously, because
Corsair
if they
box
push
के head
past
पर रखना
in
चाहिए.
towards the A side, the
Bro, it's not
only
box,
one
bro. For
stopping
different
them
levels of the
is
map,
the
it's
Killjoy
different
player.
crosshair placements, bro. That's why you have to play a lot of deathmatch to learn good stuff, learn more stuff about crosshair placements of the map. No time. Nice, on time. Where is come from? Philippine, bro.
Oh.
They're from around everywhere, bro. But it's a Philippine team. They're originated from Philippines. Why are they not talking? Why the casters are why the casters not talking only, bro? को कल कितने बजे है इन लोग का मैच में कॉल करके
Yeah, right. This is, I have been in this place before. It's very, very possible because, again, like you said, couldn't care less. Their composition is also something that works out on the defensive side. I mean, they have a lot of stalling potential, and at the same time, coming in for the retakes, they're actually able to make it work. I mean, there was a little bit of that wall. Komorebi Hearts
Their
did
match
make
is
it a
at
little bit more
9:30.
difficult, but
Oh yeah, sorry,
coming
bro.
into it, they lost, I think, way too many
Sorry,
players
bro,
in the
ROG.
process as they tried to push in, and that is because of the utility that Couldn't Care Less has. But this time, the wall up, Elu getting a little bit greedy. She peeks into it, and she gets spent by 5
Yeah, she wouldn't expect
pistols.
5 people there.
So they
Sad,
get to
unlucky.
upgrade, but I don't know if they want to continue pushing past this, though, because the rotations have already come in.
Yeah, that's gonna be risky, and that aftershock
Tomorrow
is
GLCQ
gonna
match.
hurt.
Tomorrow
We'll give them
GLCQ. At what time,
a little
bro?
bit of time.
What time, Nikhil?
But
What
it's
time?
still 1 minute in. I mean, 1 minute remaining for them to enter towards the site, but they're all grouped up here at this P site.
कल कैसे हो सकता है? Chanceless, bro. No, chanceless tomorrow.
Aggressive push.
कौन बोला 12th को? हाँ, वही तो कल chanceless है बे.
Utility. But right now, they're playing
Chanceless
these
है कल.
mind games, making them think that they've already rotated towards that A site. But that's not the case here. They're just waiting it out. In terms of the defense, one is down already for the team of Couldn't Care Less. And are we going to see a satchel entry here from Lolita to maybe distract here Mythica? So there's going to be that fault line and that kill from him, for her here.
For him,
and now
it seems.
Sway already gets one. And in terms of the defense, I think they waited. I mean, the offense, they think they waited too long to execute. Now there's everybody else here. And
वो stream होगा bro. मेरे को पता नहीं rights देगा कि नहीं. Rights देता तो अच्छा लगता है. पता नहीं मेरे को rights देगा कि नहीं.
Towards the B site. So if they wait a little bit longer, the timing isn't just gonna be right. Because I think before they actually executed, there were just one person guarding the B side. It was just Mythica. But since they did have that inkling that they're going to
11th, हाँ. अबे निखिल तू नहीं बोला tomorrow GLCQ match करके.
Win now for CCL.
नहीं मिलेगा I guess. Try करता हूँ ना bro. There's nothing which nothing achieved without trying, and I've got nothing to lose.
You know, Komorebi
I'll ask them.
aren't going into it.
I'll pick most probably.
This time, they certainly are trying.
You have to do something to grow the channel, bro.
Is it gonna work
I
out?
don't wanna
That's
let you guys
another
down.
thing. We see the satchels coming into it. She's trying to make the close range plays work with the Phantom, but unfortunately gets traded by Fnatic from the back. Cass trades it off as well, but here comes El. We got trades back to back, and right now the Aftershock trying to stop the plant from going through, but it gets down regardless, and it's gonna be Cairo now just securing the back.
Tomorrow is 11th. Hey Nikhil, कौन सा माल फूक के बैठा है भाई?
But her job is basically done for the day.
कौन सा माल फूक के बैठा है?
Remaining, Couldn't Care Less. It's not going to be an easy retake at all, but if they're actually able to secure Cairo's Phantom, it might help them a little bit further. Slow warp in, it forces Cairo out. She tries to play off of contact, but doesn't even need it. Mythica just pushes forward, and somehow, with her Spectre, was able to spray down 2
कल गांधी जयंती है इसीलिए पूरा आज नहीं मिलेगा भाई. आज ही मारना है, मारो मारो. ये करके बैठा है क्या तू?
Line. She just really made a guess. There might be people behind this wall, so I'll just do that fault line, and then she catches both of them. Both of them are dazed right now, and they didn't really expect this quick of a push here for Mythica, and won them that round. As you mentioned, she didn't even need assistance from the stage anymore. Okay, I got this.
Wait, I want to order a sandwich for myself before I go to play. I'll eat something.
She even had one more flashpoint, so if ever she gets one kill, she can just back away and then use that flashpoint to get in this place their opponents. That was just beautiful in terms of how they retook the site.
100%. I am so glad that you caught that fault line play, because that truly was the thing that allowed Mythica to secure the kills. You know, we see the wall on the other side, and that kind of pigeonholed them into the corner. They weren't expecting the fault line, and if they did jump out onto the other side, they would be met with Mythica's Spectre. So they stood still. Unfortunately, with the days, just not enough firepower.
VCT game changer, bro.
And that is the thing that really hurts them. But coming into this now, Komorebi Hearts, at least the nice thing that they're doing so far, they're the only team that has been calling these timeouts, and I certainly hope they're making great use of them, because they're kind of trying to make a play happen right now. They're going with the full Spectres. I wonder what they could possibly be.
Why to Timon? I
trying to pull
swear
off.
the guy's mind is running that only.
They think they forced to buy for them to maybe secure a win because they were able to do so even though they were on a save. I think in the map of Ascent that happened to them. But in terms of mid control, Sway is not just giving it away for free. I mean, there's this toxin screen.
Ooh.
You also have that poison orb.
One way
so
as well.
it's one way as well, so they can't really cross that safe.
कौन सा teams खेल रहा है bro? So this team couldn't care less. Sway का team है, मतलब Sway captain कर रहा है इस team को. और उसके बाद Asteria बोल के game कर रहा है. Asteria is basically हमारा team bro. Casper, Meow 16 के Shreya, Shreya, Britzy and Muffin Loop.
But they couldn't really take it from CCL. Just yet, but right now there's going to be a spray here by Fnatic. She's gonna
मेरा PC में month first and then did it.
now from a 4
ठीक है भाई, ठीक है भाई निखिल.
now down to a 2.
मेरे को भी थोड़ा भेज दे भाई, उतना अच्छा है तो आपका माल. Literally, Tarnav, I think so. They're pretty confident.
Been that type of player for the team. She just really wants to maybe
You can
get
advantage,
that
bro. This
kill
peak and all, you
against
can't do anything. This peak and all, you
now it's
can advantage of
even
Pekor, bro.
advantage in terms of the players. There's going to be a double. Fnatic just sprays them through.
What's your native Guntur, bro?
They just lined up for
Andhra Pradesh.
Kind of lined up, kind of just great sprays from Fnatic. I mean, that is recoil control, and she really knows how to get that down pat. On the other side, I mean, it's a great attempt from Couldn't Care Less, right? They had 2 players remaining, and they were up against 3. And we had Cairo just pushing in towards stairs, having an inkling of where the Sage player could be. She went in for, I mean, it wasn't exactly pre-fire, but as soon as she saw a player, instantly reacted, took her down, swapped to the Phantom, and secured yet another kill. Just, unfortunately, wasn't able to take Fnatic down. So, very close, but unfortunately no dice. And back into the next round now. Komorebi Hearts, they might have forced bot previously, but they still have enough.
चेन्नई ब्रो उनकी केजे क्या ये मारा है लास्ट मैच से वो आर्यमान वो 20 पिंग से खेल रहा है ब्रो वो एडवांटेज रहता है बेसिकली तो बेसिकली वो शायद गुड प्लेयर विद वो उतना अच्छा पिंग है तो डबल द एडवांटेज समझ रहे हो
something like that. I don't know how you're going to stop them.
Yeah, and if CCL wins this, it's only going to be a lead, and assuming that they're going to be on a save for the next one, that's going to be 2 points in terms of the deficit now. I'm looking ahead, but right now, because of all of these utilities really poured out towards mid, they can't really cross. There's a gravity well, there's also that aftershock from Breach, that fault line, and Sway as well as that Viper. But right now, there's going to be Lolita trying to enter towards the side, but she's not going to get anybody with that showstopper. Fnatic is going to be that one to get that kill, but now it's going to be Cairo again in this clutch situation, a 1v5. She's just waiting for Fnatic to peek, but not giving it away because Fnatic is very, very low at the moment.
10 seconds left.
I think even if Fnatic peeks this, she's going to make it a double peek with her teammate, and that just makes things so much more difficult for Cairo. I mean, you could save the Phantom. At this point, you basically did. But you really need to make it count because you carry
How do you know
to
Shobit?
the next round. You don't get the round loss bonus.
Shobit is my girlfriend's elder brother. ఎక్కడ గుంటూరులో
that
చెప్తే
could
బాగోదు
affect your
అనుకుంటాను బ్రో
team's economy.
ఎందుకు బ్రో అక్కడికి
But for
మళ్ళీ
now, so
కొంచెం
far,
ప్రైవేట్ గా
so
ఉందామని చెప్పి
good, I
సుబ్బు ఏం
guess.
అనుకోబాకండి
But couldn't care less's momentum.
స్తంభాలు
This
గారు
is-
పక్కన బ్రో
That's 5 rounds in a row, and they're not stopping at all. And it's like you said, any time they try to go somewhere, similarly to what we saw in Ascent, because of this current Asian composition, right? Like, there is not a thing that they could do. They wait out the time, but because you got 2 controllers to work against, by the time you make your way onto a side, you got like, what, 30 seconds left? It's very difficult for KOM.
Yeah. And even now, for this round, all 5 ultimates of Couldn't Care Less is online. So that's going to be tricky in terms of this push now. Because if they go towards this A site, there's going to be at least that ultimate from Breach. And as well, if they go towards mid, you have that Viper's Pit. So this is going to be tricky. And the reason why Komarebi Hearts is just waiting it out is because they have a lot of utilities to aggress towards A main. But they're just really playing this safely up until now. And the fault line, perfect timing, and it's gonna slow them down. But is it gonna be enough though? Because there are now 5 people running towards A heaven.
They're just going in for this. They're stepping their gas pedal and they're not slowing down at all. What? Even going past spawn into its screen, they actually make a trade happen. But what they don't expect is Uwu up over the top of rafters. Now, they're able to find a little bit more, but pushing into this, they don't expect her to hold the off angle. And Uwu with the spray down gets the quadra kill.
Sunday going to location. Bro, I stay in Chennai, bro. I was born there but brought up here completely. I stay in Chennai.
They won 6 rounds in a row now.
I was like born there, but I'm completely from Chennai, bro. So 22
2 rounds in favor of CCL, given that by.
So
but yes, I mean,
yeah, that's the whole point, bro. I'm not from there. I'm not from around there.
Powerful in terms of their defense, but once it's switched up
So
to attack.
Since I was born, I think I'm here only, bro. 22 years in Chennai, I think. You can kind of say that. Oh, is there a lineup for that?
I think someone really has to step up, and it's probably Strawberry Bagel as that Reina, because that's going to be the power of that Empress online for them. And they do have that res, but I'm not so sure if it's gonna be a smart move to try and invest it in this round.
I think I'll go for the third map. I'm rooting for it to go for a third map.
So right now,
I really wanted to go for a third map, dude. Like legit.
This is gonna be tricky again for Komarebi Hearts, because if they go towards.
We'll watch your stream, don't forget to drop a like. Let's make it a 2K like stream if we can, and let's see the 18.5 if possible today, guys.
It's hard because
meet 18.5 today. Whoever hasn't subscribed, please do drop the subscription as well. Thanks.
To try and counter that. Good thing about that is it got popped already. So that's a layer of defense.
What's an amazing angle?
Wow, but even layer of defense down, you still got to deal with Sway, who is the biggest layer. I mean, the Viper's pitch, he's playing around the corner of it as well. Getting in the first frag in the round, they try to blast back into it to just kind of displace and throw her off, but it's not enough. Purantic from the top as well. Every single player from Couldn't Care Less basically getting a frag, even the knife, or shall I say the sword, but that is Couldn't Care Less, just making full use of every bit of utility that they have. I mean,
holy shit.
Nano Storms, Alarm
See, that's the order face, dude.
You cannot push in towards B without losing something.
Yeah, and what they lost was really that round. Because I think you know what? Couldn't Care Less just did invest for that one. Just one ultimate. It was just the Viper Spit. They still have the rest of the utilities online. But in terms of maybe a response from Komarebi Hearts, they do have that lockdown available for them. So this is gonna be a utility that may be worth their while to try.
So are you hosting a watch party for LCQ? So bro, basically for LCQ, so Riot basically gives permission to tournament organizers. This tournament that is organized by FSL. FSL is female sports league if I'm not wrong. So I approached FSL for the rights of streaming, and they were pretty calm with it because they apparently have heard of my channel. They were like, we had to look through the channel. It sounds pretty good. So, but Nodwin, how it works is Nodwin's main interface is YouTube, while FSL's is Twitch. So Twitch and YouTube, they don't have a problem, but Nodwin's main interface is,
Take down the one way, but
as you heard, Nodwin's main interface is.
She's hiding behind the boxes, and
Nodwin's main interface is YouTube. So why would they lose viewership wantedly on a YouTube channel when they have their own channel which will stream? That's the question. But I'm not trying. Hopefully, I can get it done.
Already,
hopefully,
locations from Couldn't Care Less are just right on time.
Why would he? Why would he give sound? Why would she give sound? I mean, so hopefully, if I get it, I would love to host a watch party for you guys. I would love to, watch, learn, talk, chill a lot with y'all.
Actually gonna help them in terms of this entry. Oh my God! Yet another off angle. She picks up the quick double.
Oh my God, Elu stepping it up big time, dude.
Trade, and all of a sudden, this is a lot more doable. But the spike has been dropped. Kiro needs to be quick on this, but she loses her life, and it comes down to this 1v2.
I call it 12-9.
That's gonna be Mythica pushing her team in towards match.
Swayangita? Who is?
No, no, this.
Who is Swayangita?
This is really deja vu.
LCQ will be hosted by Riot, right? Not Nodwin. So yeah, bro, Nodwin themselves, will hold a watch party. You understand what I mean? Nodwin themselves will be hosting a watch party now, bro. Like last time, remember when VCD happened, Nodwin, Villager Esports, and a few other gods stuff. Why would you want to come and give spoilers, bro? I swear to God, Sway, kal aapko पेट खराब हो जाएगा. You, Casper, everyone, bro.
What now? The case because
ruining excitement.
Already, and this is gonna be Mythica getting that first kill. It's gonna be Flashpoint to try and display.
But anyways, hi Swayangita. I'm gonna change her Insta nickname to Swayangita.
She's been getting those multi-kills using these off angles. She spots out.
Sway, please tell Elu she popped off crazy. No, like general, she played really good this map. Please convey it to her.
Because Strawberry Bagel.
Because I don't know her.
There to defend.
She won't know me too.
So a little bit of a trade, but the res comes in regardless. And that gives
regardless, bro. Your boy is full of regards, bro. What do you mean regardless?
Whatever it is, they still need to find a way to get.
So he's playing right now, so there's no delay, bro.
Haven't really been able to do so, not easily at the very least, because of all of this
utility.
Delay. I mean, at the same time, right now, Cosmic Divide just buys that much time for CCL to make another play. Corsair Hearts might be hiding on the other side of that. And just with the right timing, they push in, they get one, but they make it a trade instantly. Catharsis is here to stop them from pushing past. Still though, taking a look at your mini-map, they're going in towards vents so fast. Sway's here to stop them though, and there's the spray down. Oh my god, it's a double. Just like that, you got 15 seconds.
Her name is Swayambika. Swayambika. Oh shit. Swayambika. Swayambika. Her name is Swayambika. Yeah, sorry, Sway, I got confused. I have a friend called Swayamrita. He's Swayambika. Can't hear space, bro. It's a bug, bro. Can't do anything. It's legit a bug. Can't do anything. GG's. A female's insane though, bro. Whoever K-Rock, K-Rock, whatever we call her. I don't know how to pronounce. That's too much of English for me. Why they're not talking anything, bro? I don't know why the casters go mute like that, I guess.
Please. Redemption in terms
they just go mute out of nowhere, bro.
Maybe a little bit.
One second before I close the stream, I look at Danu CD. Oh, Tenu bike. Thank you. I'm a very big fan of Danu CD, bro. Why was praise lagging, bro? Spectator ping, bro. So anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in today. Thank you for showing me amazing love today. I'm really sorry that I can't be hosting the watch party for the third map as I have my workout session right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. There won't be an early morning stream tomorrow. There will be a stream which starts around 9:30. So yeah, the stream will start around 9:30 because we're hosting the watch party again tomorrow. First match will be Asteria versus CCL. CCL basically after winning this match, they'll come there. So Asteria versus CCL. Thank you everybody. I hope you guys will have a good dinner. I hope you guys get a good burp. And I hope you guys get all the love in the world. Anyways, cheers. See you. Bye-bye.